Starting broadcast now. Yes, that's right. Starting broadcast now. Starting broadcast now. What time is it? It is 7:10. You know what? 10 minutes. Given the fact that the bus broke down for 20 and that I got off for an extra 20, that's not too bad. So 10 minutes. Should be there now. Come on, guys. Stef outside is waiting to go live. Got 2 viewers in the house right now. Boom, bada boom.
I can see you.
You can see me. Awesome. What are you watching me on? Something portable? I can't see my chat. Oh, guys. I'm going to start chilling for a second. Stef, be patient with me, guy. Be patient with me. I have no idea how many people are watching right now. Can you see the chat? Can you see the chat? No, you cannot. Oh, look, I'm even turning blue. Hey, the sun's getting low, Hulk. It's getting real low. It's time you settle
Step
down.
Inside. Hey. No worries.
All right, got 3. What's that?
Can you see the chat?
No, I can't see the chat yet. All right, awesome. Is that portable?
Hi everyone.
Okay, do you see me? Am I talking?
I can see you. Yeah, there's a bit of a delay.
And there's people in the chat room?
Yeah.
Welcome to the chat room, guys. Can't see a dang thing. Freaking doing this blind. Step outside. I'm going to invite you in. See if it works. Here we go. Inviting Stef outside right now. Buddy, help me out.
I've got about a 30-second delay.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. That I'm aware of. I just want to make sure I was in the right stream. Guys, I'm trying to invite Stef outside. Again, apologize for the delay. I'm going to tell you a story, though. There's how many people in the room right now? 4 people in the room. Mrs. Chillenmillan, she's my technical backup today. She's like seeing the frustration grow on my face. Absolutely perfect. That's what I need. Thank you, darling.
I'm going to sit right here.
That's what I need. Thank you, darling.
Okay, they're all saying hey.
Boom, boom, boom. Yankees Outdoor Adventures. Buddy, man, I tell you what I did. Turn the volume down on that. And let me just tell the story real quick before I start doing anything real crazy. I take the bus home, okay? I get off the bus. I jump out there and I do my live for 5, okay? Do my live for 5. Get back on the bus 20 minutes later because the bus stops every 20 minutes. And I'm like, man, I got just enough time to get home today and have a quick chat with Stef and figure this all out, and boom, I'll be ready to go. Guess what? Just past the 401, about 2 miles north of where I live, bus breaks down. That means another 20-minute delay. Guess what I decided to do, guys? Michael versus the machine. Got off the bus and started running as fast as I freaking could, man. Boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. I am running. I can see the absolute towers. I can see the bus behind me. 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 The bus that's picking up all the people that get off the bus ain't coming yet. And everybody's looking at me going, go, man, go. Where you gotta be in such a hurry? And I'm like, don't worry about this. I got this, guys. I got this. I may be 50, but I can run 2 kilometers and still make it.
For 20 seconds.
I can still run it and make it. Boom. Bus breaks down at 22 after. Supposed to be another 10-minute ride. I could see they were delayed. I flew in the door at about 6:50. So it took me a good full-on 35 minutes to jog, run, sprint, get here as fast as I can. And I apologize to Stef for this. But Okay, I need to see the chat.
Step Outside is saying hey, and so is Yankees in the house. And Wrestler Mania. Mon Pa Millen.
Mon Pa Millen. Yes, I'm crazy.
JNC Fishing Channel.
JNC Fishing Channel. Steph, we got an awesome crowd.
Budget Bushcraft.
Let me try to invite you one more time, my friend. I've been trying to invite you since like 10-2. So here we go. Invite people. I need Steph's email address, and I'll be able to get that very easily from here again. And I'm going to type it in because I've typed it in 3 times and it's still not coming up fast.
The 20 seconds that I said meant there was a bit of a delay.
Yeah, I know. We're good. Hey guys, this is new. My wife is helping me out tonight. Mrs. Chillin with Millen is going, yeah, this looks like fun.
Step Outside is not getting anything. Maybe send a direct link.
Okay. I haven't had a chance to type it in yet, guys. Step Outside is not getting anything. Steph, drop your Google right in the chat so I can get it directly. S-T-E. I'm getting that. Yep. Got it.
Got the chat?
Got it.
Gotta love those technical difficulties, says Yankee.
Clicking on Steph right now. New conversation. Steph Outside.
Happy Trails Hiking.
Happy Trails Hiking. Happy Trails Hiking was awesome. Happy Trails Hiking was the first person to teach me how to use Google. Sorry, I'm screwing it up.
Serving from my home says, hey, it's working now.
Hey,
Thumbs
Lacey.
up.
Yes, Lacey, that's working, but I can't seem to invite Steph right now. I want to get him on this stream, and I don't know how. Boom, bada boom. There's the plus. Invite. Stupid invite is not working. Type in S. Scroll down. Yeah, you're good. You got. Oh man, this is why I want Steph in here so he could talk while I'm doing all this technical stuff. Man, this would have been an awesome show if technical difficulties didn't slow us down. Steph.
Flame Canada says budget bushcraft.
Budget bushcraft. Oh, thanks for making me laugh, bud. But seriously, no cannabis here. Ugh. All right, let's do this. Come on, I can do this. I need Steph's email address so I can type it.
Happy Trails Hiking says get a link and send it to him. must be the igloos. Yep.
There's Steph Outside on the phone right there, guys. So that's definitely working. I got the invite button up high. I got ready to add names and address. I've typed your name in several times and it's not highlighting. There's a little dot there. Is that intentional? Yeah. Okay. S-T-E-F. S-T-E-F. A-N dot S 31415. Hey, this is fun, guys. Did you hear my butt story? Yes, sir. It was. Oh my God, it was hectic. All right, so tonight, guys, we got Steph Outside. I am sending him an invite right now. It looks like it came out this time. Sweating my freaking
I think you might want to step away for that.
Okay, we're in 2 chats now.
Thank you, Steph. Take over for a second, will you?
Beautiful. How are you guys all doing tonight? Can you hear me? Is
That's
the sound okay?
entertaining.
Am
Hey,
I
I
too loud?
can
Am
see
I
you
too
step
soft?
outside.
What's going on here?
Woo. Okay, now we're having a wardrobe malfunction here. So
Oh, this is
change
interesting.
the
Technical
wardrobe. I'm gonna
difficulties.
chat for now.
Always some fun stuff trying to figure out these computer issues and whatnot. Sounds like it sounds like Mr. Millen has been having a hectic day. Some bus problems, but we're here.
Yeah, Mr. Millen
We're chilling.
had a hectic day.
He's back.
Hey, and I can't hear him now.
Oh, great. You can't hear me?
Interesting.
All right.
Okay.
You know what? Cannabis would have solved all of these problems.
Yankee, we got Happy Trails, Inspired John, BK, Serving from My Home, JNC, Susan Shepherd. How you guys
A lot
doing?
of great people here to watch the show, Stefan.
Inspired.
I cannot hear you in the Google
Okay.
Hangouts.
Can they hear me? Sound check, 1, 2, 3. Where's my audio? Sound check, 1, 2, 3. Can the chat hear me? Sound check, 1, 2, 3. Sound check, 1, 2, 3. Can the chat room hear me?
I can hear both.
Okay.
I can hear both.
All right, I can hear you, Steph. Oh yeah, Steph can't hear me. Awesome.
Interesting.
But the chat can hear you both.
All right, so the chat can hear us both. How am I going to conduct an interview when the guy can't hear me?
And I don't think we can hear him. Steph, can we hear you there?
It must be on my end somewhere. Dang it.
Yeah, we can hear Steph, but
I
he
can hear
can't
Steph.
us. Are you on mute or something?
Am I on mute?
On the Hangouts?
Mute microphone? Nope, don't want to do that.
Oh man. It's weird. I can hear through the stream
Inspired
on
John,
YouTube.
456.
Inspired John 456, how you doing? What?
Does that help?
No, let me see that. All right, you guys are staring at a couple Canadians trying to communicate, and we live just across the road from each other, for Christ's sake.
And I think the consensus is they think it's cannabis.
Yeah, you're probably right. Gentleman Millen, I have not had any cannabis today, officer. You're probably right. What's that? Which one are you showing me?
Nothing. I just said he said 456. I wondered if
Inspired
that
John 456.
with the code or something.
Nope. Steph can't hear me.
Oh, there was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Steph can't hear me. Can you? If everyone else can hear me, why can't Steph hear me?
Steph maybe has his Hangout muted.
You know what?
He's suggesting.
I'm going to hang up and we'll see what happens. Try calling me again.
All right. Will do. No problem. Let's try this one more time. Leave the call. Continue the broadcast.
Okay. All right. I think we're good.
Can you hear me, Steph?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you. Perfect.
Sweet. We got this. All right. Let's go
back.
Oh, man. It's been one of those days, and we're going to blame it on cannabis, even though I haven't touched a drop today. I swear to God. Honey, go grab me some cookies, will you?
It must just be in the air or something.
We're waiting for the online order. It's going to be another couple days.
Who said that? Oh yeah, that's
me.
a good one. That was you. That was Mrs. Killing. All right, guys, I got the chat room up here so I can see what's going on.
You did that?
Yes, please. Thank you very much. I got chat room going on. Serving from my home, Lacey. I got Budget Bushcraft, Yankees Outdoor Adventures. I got Kai Matsi. Hey, that's a new one for me. I'm gonna write that one down. Happy Trails Hiking. Woohoo! Yeah, we got it.
Yes.
let's say hi to everybody. Steph, carry on.
Yeah, how you guys doing tonight? How many we got in the room? 14 people.
Forget about the count, guys. They're all our friends.
I've only done one of these once before with Cabin Life, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I'm interesting enough for you guys.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'll keep it going. I got a couple of interesting questions, buddy. How many times? How many times have you gone Crown Land camping?
Man, I have to say, I've never been camping on Crown Land.
All right. How many times have you gone camping in Algonquin?
I've lost count of that.
There you go.
Maybe
guess what? Camping in
50,
Algonquin and Crown Land camping, pretty much the same kind of gear. Pretty much exactly the same thing. The only difference is Crown Land camping, nothing's marked out. There's no little orange signs on the trail. All you basically have is your GPS, and you know where the boundary lines are, and you get to go out in the bush and do it on your own for 7 days straight, 100 days straight, and then you can move.
Nice.
So what would you take on a trip like that, Steph?
We talking summer? We talking winter?
Let's do this. All right, we'll say that the weather's a little bit warmer than it is now. Let's say late fall.
Okay, well, let's go through what I took, I guess, on my last trip. I guess it would be the week before Thanksgiving, so 3 weeks ago, I guess.
Yep.
As you know, canoe trips, you can generally take quite a bit more gear because you're not carrying it on your back the whole time. So food-wise, we take some pretty interesting stuff. We'll take some meat, veggies, a lot of butter, a lot of oil, a lot of kind of fatty foods to fill us up, give us that energy.
That's a great tip. That is an awesome tip because you're working twice as hard when you're doing the hiking and the backpacking. I know that for a fact. Mm-hmm. It's it's not like walking. It's not like chasing a bus. It's not like you do in your everyday things. Just give me a quick second. Kyla Mastini, I don't think I've seen you in here before. Thanks for coming by. You're at Chilling with Millen, and I'm doing a live interview with Steph outside. I find him to be one of the most fascinating outdoor gurus in Canada. We're going to try to talk about the Great Canadian North, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Steph, you were talking about some of the food that you take. How about what's some of your favorite gear? What kind of tent do you got?
I have a Eureka Midori 2-man tent that I use for solo because I just prefer having more room. Probably about 4 or 5 pounds, but it's a good tent. I think I only paid like maybe 150 Canadian for it, and that was 7-8 years ago now, and it's going strong. As long as you take good care of your gear, I mean, it lasts pretty dang well.
So it's pretty safe to say that you wouldn't mind a few gift certificates for Mech and Sail this year for Christmas, bud?
Yeah, for sure. That's usually what I ask for. Honestly, I have a bit of a problem with gear sometimes. I'll get into, I'll find something that I really want and do all that research, and look at all YouTube videos, reviews, and all that stuff. And then after doing like hours of research, I just decided I don't need it. I have everything.
A true Canadian, spoken like a true Canadian. I can build a fire, dang it.
Exactly.
I don't need that 1-ounce stove. I can build fire.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a great point. You don't really need anything too crazy, especially in warmer weather. I mean, on that last trip, we just brought a tarp, our sleeping bags, and one of those kind of foily emergency bivvies, and we just slept right on the ground. It got to like 2 degrees at night, and we were toasty warm.
My wife's doing the shivers over here.
It's cold for camping.
Hey, it was nice, and yeah, I mean, a lot of people get stuck on fancy gear and all that sort of stuff, me included. But
yeah,
the only thing you really need is like a decent backpack. I have a 48-liter.
I'm going to stop you right there,
Osprey.
Steph. The only thing you really need is your wits about you. You know what? You can pretty much get by on anything. That's what you really need. Let's not talk about gear reviews, because I'm sure you and I could probably go head for head all night long about what we want and what we have. But keeping your wits about you is the one thing. Okay, here's another question. Let's get a little bit scary for these guys. It's getting to be Halloween. What do you do for bear? And I hope you can talk about this one for a while, because I'm going to set up something pretty funny.
Oh, man. You know, I've never seen a bear out there.
All right. But how are you going to prepare for one?
Well, first of all, got to make sure your campsite's clean. We were talking about Crown Land. I'm sure that's even more important on Crown Land. You want to leave no trace. You know, you want to leave it the same way or better than you found it, right? So if you're going to bed at night and there's just food stuff all over and, you know, juices and all that sort of stuff all over around the fire, you don't want that. You want to make sure all your garbage is accounted for. You want to make sure if you have any leftover food or anything of that nature, you throw it in the fire and burn it well. You want to make sure your pots are clean, your pans are clean, your clothing isn't soiled by the food either, because you're going to be wearing that or have it in your tent, and you don't want the bear coming over for that, right?
Well, yeah, there's another one, and Yankee brings up a good point too. You know, buddy, here's the best advice we get from Yankee in this chat room so far: keep calm, show respect, and give him his space, and don't take a selfie.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Budget Bushcraft, I bet you he's got some great tips. But you know, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Crown Land for a second here, Steph. I recently just started Crown Land camping. I did my first one 2 years ago, and my entire life I've been car camping. Algonquin camping was later on in life. I tried that, but Crown Land camping, not that much different, except for one thing: the peace and quiet that you'll automatically get. I mean, sure, Algonquin's great; it's a huge part, but there is that odd, you know, meeting people on the trail and all that kind of stuff. You get a good patch of Crown Land camping, you're on your own. You don't see anybody for as long as you're in there. You know what I mean? That's one big difference. And the other big difference is there ain't no place to privy, if you know what I mean. Algonquin's got these beautiful little spots. We call them honey holes. But Crown Land camping, you got to figure something out. That's the number one thing that I usually have in mind is where are we going to set up our privy spot here, so that if it's a group of us, we're all using the communal privy spot and not finding someplace, you know, finding others by mistake. So those are two things you need to keep in mind when you're Crown Land camping. Another thing is it's only available for Canadian citizens. But if you have a Canadian friend, we can take you with us. Hint, hint, right, Steph? And
Nice.
it'll be often. It'll be awesome.
You know what? I've actually heard that even residents living in Canada, if you've been living in Canada for 7 months, you can take advantage of the Crown Land as well. Am I right?
Yep, absolutely right. I did a little research on it, and I don't disagree with you there, buddy. All I know is Canadian citizen or resident for, you know, a certain amount of time, but easy to say. Hey, Hike with Mike is in. Everybody say hi to Hike with Mike. I have not made him a moderator in my chat room, but I should one of these days. Not right now because I'm on Google Hangouts. But this is a quick plug for myself, Steph. I'm live every day at 6:05. If you come out and hang out with me then, I don't do Google. I don't do OBS. I don't do anything, but just go live at 6:05 and add a bunch of moderators and hang out with my coffee. All right, so another question for you, Steph. When did you start camping?
Maybe I'm gonna say maybe 8 years ago now. Living in Vaughan, we've always had the nature around us. We have like the Humber Trail and conservation areas and all that sort of thing around. But I never really got outside as a kid. Like my family's not really into that sort of thing, the whole camping and wilderness and hiking and all that. So I actually have a friend from high school who got me into all that. And one day he just asked, "Do you want to go for a canoe trip?" And I said, "Sure. What do I need?" You know, he had some gear I could borrow, and I went out and bought some basic stuff, and I tried it out, and I just completely fell in love with it. It's just a whole new experience that I've never seen anything like it.
Saying, "Hey, can you lug a canoe? And you want to do it for me?"
basically, yeah.
Yeah. Man, portage in a canoe. That's one of the greatest thrills in life. Quick story there. Algonquin, we got there last minute, didn't make any arrangements, you know, flying by the seat of our pants. Wife and I get up there. We say, "Oh, it'll be easy. We'll rent a canoe, no problem." Most canoes are what, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, you know, top line. What would you say? You know, 40, 50 pounds?
Yeah, around that.
Yeah, we got the last aluminum canoe. It weighs 66 pounds.
Ooh.
And we were planning on doing 3 portages, none of them under 2 kilometers long each. So,
nice.
So my wife stepped up her game. We double portaged the canoe and put our gear in the middle, hung a sling. So we were putting, you know, evening out the weight as much as we could, making do with what we had. But those dang aluminum canoes, I tell you, they're freaking heavy. But we did her. We did her, my wife.
That's what's important, right?
Just off camera here, guys. Just off camera. I'm sure if you guys in the chat room, I'm sure if you guys in the chat room say a few things, you'll get in. But this is all about Stef. I'm doing some interviews with him. I was watching a few of your videos to catch up on you, bud, and now I understand what you mean by newly acquired outdoor enthusiast. I like that. That is freaking awesome. All right, so let's go a little off topic, buddy. What's the latest thing that's happening in Canada? What's the
that everyone's been talking about?
What's the latest news that everyone's been talking about? And what's your slant on this? Because you know,
you're talking about the wacky tobacco, eh?
I'm gonna break the ice rate, guys, right off the bat, and tell you guys, I am not a regular user, not at all. Actually, I gotta say that because my mom's in the chat room. No, I'm kidding. I am not a regular user because what it does to me, it makes me hyper, and I hate being hyper. Like seriously, I can't stand, you know, not being able to chill out and relax. And my wife's going, "Well, what the hell is that?" Yeah, it makes me super hyper, so I stay away from that crap.
Yeah, I mean, there's a time and a place, right?
Yeah, and I think most people are going to agree with you if we say the word moderation. Come on,
moderation is key.
Moderation is
with everything in life, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Too much of a good thing, it's not a good thing. So I don't know. I'm pretty supportive of what they did. I think it's been a long time, and it's finally due, if nothing else, to get rid of the black market and get some of those tax dollars flowing, you know, and hopefully they use it for something good.
Well, that's what they're selling this thing as. That's what it's coming off as. So, you know, that's the biggest plus. You know, that's the biggest plus for us Canadians. We're not wasting tax dollars on a law that that gets broken every day. Like, we're wasting time in courts. We're wasting wasting the efforts that police put into policing a product that obviously we don't want to be illegal. So boom. Just a quick second there, Stef. I'm going to say goodbye to Yankee. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Yankees Outdoor Adventures. Everybody knows him. I don't need to tell anybody that he's one of the greatest community supporters out there. And I'm so glad that he dropped by. Happy Trails Hiking. I'm glad you're here too. Budget Bushcraft. Anybody new that I'm missing in the chat? I don't have the mouse for this other pad, so I can't scroll back. But hey, Stef, you take it over. Who's in the chat, and say hello to them.
Man, just some great content creators. Honestly, pretty much everyone here, I watch all their videos, and that's another thing that kind of concreted my love of the outdoors, is seeing all the crazy adventures that everyone on here goes through, right? I mean, being new to this sort of thing, I haven't really seen much outside of Southern Ontario, so it's great to be able to like watch someone else's videos and see, you know, how they do things and where they go. And you know, like The Last Grown Up in the Woods, another great Canadian over in BC, I believe, and she's all about those like the wild edibles and all that sort of thing, which is real cool. And yeah, there's some really great people in the chat right here. I'm happy that they all came out to say hi.
Oh yeah, awesome. Did you say last grown up in the woods is in the chat room tonight?
She's not, but
Oh,
it just came to mind.
Yeah, just touching on one of her videos. That's awesome. I was going to say hello to her. I hope I didn't miss her. If there's anybody that I missed in the chat room, please forgive me. You know, it's been one of those crazy hectic days, and I'm used to. And I got the wife's computer. She actually busted out her laptop for me because I couldn't get my freaking chat to work on my Lenovo. But you know, that's neither here nor there. James C. Fishing, I don't think I shouted out to you today, and Susan Shepard, you're in the chat room. So hopefully that's caught me all up. If I've missed anybody, tweet it again. And
BK is over here ragging on Canadians again.
Come on. Budget, what's going on, BK? You ragging on Canadians again? BK's awesome. I had him in my chat room, Sunday, I think it was, with Inspired John. That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun. I was hanging out in the chat.
Oh, yeah. I think that's where we came up with this idea, wasn't it, Stef? Yeah, it was. Oh man, so many great ideas come out of inspirational videos and live chats like this. Speaking of inspirational videos and how to on gear, you're doing a great job yourself over there, buddy. I think you're setting the benchmark for everybody on your on your adventures. Especially, I think you've combined a lot of your knowledge of YouTube. With that too. You're doing a great job with your thumbnails. You're doing a great job with your setting up your part 1s and your part 2s. And I'm speaking like I know what I'm talking about. I'm brand new to YouTube myself, and I just like watching your content. So you're doing a great job.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries.
But I don't know about the whole benchmark thing. I mean, I'm completely new to this. I've never done like recording and editing and all that. So I have a long way to go, a lot to learn. And by watching your videos and watching all the people in the chat and in the great community, that I learned so much and I get inspired to create these videos. So I'm hoping that people watch them and at least enjoy them a bit.
Well, absolutely. I know you got a great supporter in me, and now my wife's going, hey, what is this all about? What is he watching? Besides that, you're not too hard on the eyes. I'm thinking she's thinking that too. So. I just had to put that out there.
I think I'm getting a bit red.
We do have a great and inspiring community. I'm just going to shout that out again. Happy Trails Hiking, and you are one of the cornerstones in that community, believe it or not. Happy Trails Hiking and M and the Gang, Yankees Outdoor Adventures, one of my top 3 people that I first started watching and showing me what community support is all about and helping each other. They have helped me, I think, way more than I've helped them for sure. But man, if they ever ask me for anything, I'd be right there for them.
So I have a question for you. How did you get into the whole YouTube thing?
I tell you what I did. I gave it to myself as my 50th birthday present.
Nice.
Yeah, I said I wanted to try something new at 50, and my son had created a channel for me a long time ago. So, you know, it would say that I started the YouTube way before I did, but I started uploading shortly after my 50th birthday. I had a bunch of footage from the Galapagos, my trip down to San Cristobal and San Isabela. I don't know if you know where the Galapagos Islands, just off of the coast of South America. And I was taking just footage for myself, you know, just, hey, I'm in the Galapagos, I want to remember this sort of thing. And then I thought, you know what, why not share this with somebody? Why not put it up on YouTube? And it was my birthday. I said, I'm going to try it. So I can definitely remember when I started creating content. It was right around my birthday, and it was because of an epic journey to South America that got me started. So, hey, if anybody wants to watch that first video I ever created, go right ahead. I plan on redoing that sometime, but right now it's kind of sloppy. But yeah, that's what got me started. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of cool to see go back in people's channels and see their first videos and how far they've come. So it's always a huge difference. I mean, you always learn so much through the editing process, and the whole YouTube and the thumbnails and everything that's entailed, you know.
I'm sorry, I just got to laugh, Budget.
Budget's comment.
Where'd I buy my hair? Hey, it's real. I swear to God, it's real. It's all mine. Where'd I buy my hair? My wife's even laughing at that one. Budget, you cut me up, man. You cut me up. Oh my God. Yeah, budget's like, yeah, my first one sucked. My first one sucks too. I didn't know what I was doing. Steph, that's what I'm saying. Your content looks like it was bang on right from the start. You obviously had a little bit of experience with YouTube, or how long have you been YouTubing?
That's it. The first video I think was around the summertime, maybe 5 months now. I've been watching YouTube. I think my account was created in like 2006 or something like that. But I never really thought about the whole content creation. Especially when I was younger, I kind of worried about the internet and all that. But now that I'm doing it, I mean, you really realize how friendly and supportive the community is. So instantly I got hooked, right? That first video, you start getting comments, and it's great to hear that people are enjoying it, right? Yeah. So yeah, I kind of just figured I'd do it as a hobby.
It looks like you and I, sorry for cutting you off there. It looks like you and I pretty much started at about the same time, the same time. So yeah, we're growing together. That's awesome. And I can't wait to do some collaborations with you, buddy. I got some great ideas for some collaborations, maybe some outdoor stuff, maybe some fun live stuff around Toronto. It's going to be awesome. I can see it right now. We can work a few things out.
Yeah, I was getting jealous watching BK inspired John and Yankee and getting together.
Yeah, doing your American collaboration, right? We got to show some Canadian pride up here.
Yeah, hell yeah. And we have some great Ontario YouTubers too. I know. Well, you mentioned Cabin Life a lot.
They're right up there in my top 10 list too. Glenn and Maureen, just they are the epitome of chilling.
Yeah. I mean, you hang out in their live streams, and it's relaxing. You know, they're playing music and all that. If you guys don't know Cabin Life with Glenn and Maureen, they live just north of us near Algonquin Park, and they have a nice little cabin in the woods. Some great content.
Did you actually hang out with them?
I haven't. I did a live stream. I joined them and a couple other people on the Hangouts a few weeks ago, and I know they've been wanting to collaborate as well. But it's just tough finding the time between work and the weather and all the YouTube stuff gets out of hand really quick. Oh,
Happy Trails Hiking is trying to send her first video. Oh, dang it. And I can't make her a moderator right now. Oh, Happy Trails, you got to come in. You got to come in at 6:05 so that I'm not doing anything crazy with my YouTube, so I can make you a moderator and you can drop a link. I definitely do that. But Lacey's in the house right now. So Lacey, if you know Happy Trails and you can drop a link for her first video, that'd be awesome. I can't do any of that while I'm in Google Hangouts. That's why I kind of made a whole bunch of people moderators. I'd ask BK, but he's kind of ignorant, so I'm not going to do that.
I am on it.
Nah, just kidding, BK. If anybody can drop a link to Happy Trails first video, that's pretty cool. I don't mind people stepping out for a while. Happy Trails first video. Oh, Jesus. How did you do that so fast?
There we go. Oh, I'm a wizard, man.
Oh, for Pete's sakes. What the heck am I doing hosting this, eh? You used to be the one hosting this. You know what you're doing. I'm just gonna send my hard drive across town to Vaughn and just say, hey, Steph, can you show my first picture I ever took? Can you show my first video? That's awesome. Yes, I see. No problem, Budget Bushcraft. A wizard indeed is right. Jefferson Einstein says a wizard indeed. Oh man, we are gonna. Hey, Karen Summers. Sorry, Karen Summers is not in the chat room. She just posted something new, and I got a notification from her. I do that quite often. I get a second one.
Wood Pigeon in the chat. Another great Canadian, I believe, over in Ottawa or Quebec.
Yeah, I think so. He was doing the French River thing back a little bit in the summer, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah, and he did. I know he did the Canadian portion of the Appalachian Trail, I believe. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's pretty cool. We should get him in the house too, man. It's too bad
Hmm.
an inviter. Can an inviter invite an invitee?
I think so.
That'd be pretty cool. Getting wood pitching in here, and oh
Yeah,
man, if Glen Marine are not going live tonight, it'd be awesome to have them in the room too. Then it would be a true Canadian collaboration. That would rock. That would be so cool.
yeah, yeah. I think we gotta hit them up and give them a bit of warning. Get this all set up. Have a
Yeah,
nice Canada night.
well, you know what? Me, you can tell what kind of personality I got. I do things on the fly. I don't know if you guys were watching today, but Steph Steph suggested to me in the tweet that we do some advertising, and basically what I took that as, yeah, I'm going to do some advertising. I'm going to go live for 5 every opportunity I can all day long. Did you catch any of my live for 5s today, Steph?
Yes, I got the last one really quick when I got home.
Yeah, well, the last one was pretty much like the first one. It's a string of 5-minute videos just saying, hey, be there at 7, and then I show up 10 minutes late. Be there at 7 for Steph. Don't know how much action I got. I really don't go back and look at my analytics as much as I should. Maybe I should analyze a little bit more, but you know, I got a little bit of gathering. I was trying to carry on my UK audience from a 605. I got a great following from Australian people who follow me there because it's prime time at 6:05 over in Australia. So I was trying to get them to, you know, regenerate tweets and keep it going. So we had a nice little crowd here, and it looked like it kind of worked. I got 10 people in the house right now, and that's almost a record for me, guys. Almost a record as being a first-time live streamer. I knew that inviting Steph in would be a great idea, and showing you guys that this is what I want to do every Thursday. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't think I'm talking too much, am I, Steph? I'm letting you have some
No,
of your
man, for
airtime.
sure. No, go for it, man. It's your show after all.
Yeah, and you've been a great host, absolutely great. How much time have we been running for?
41 minutes. No way. No way. Holy cow, this was
Time
fast,
flies
eh?
when you're having a beer, eh?
Wow. Holy cow. You know, I wrote down some topics that that we could possibly discuss, and I guess we hit some of them. The Crown Land, we hit the whole cannabis thing. I guess we hit on the making videos.
Nice.
Oh, what I wanted to ask you about, since I'm new to this whole outdoors thing, and you've lived in the Arctic, uh, I've been wanting to like snowshoe and go on some winter trips and stuff. So I was wondering if you have any tips and tricks and gear recommendations and all that, because I'm completely new to it and it scares the hell out of me.
Don't let it scare you, guy. Don't let it scare you, and don't let the fanciness of the shoe throw you off. You can get by with a cheap pair of shoes and work it. It has absolutely nothing to do with it has nothing to do with you know, the latest high tech or how light it is or any of that stuff. It's literally distributing your weight over a large amount of the snow area so that your tiny little feet don't pump through. Eskimos have been, or sorry, Inuit, and yes, I do use the word Eskimo every once in a while because I'm of that generation, and I mean no offense by that. The Inuit that I used to live with up there, they would make it out of birch bark and leather strips and dip it in the shellac and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Getting a pair of those is an ideal thing to do. But the new plastic ones that they come out, it's literally just an oval piece of plastic. You strap your boot in it, and it distributes your weight over the snow, and you can maneuver them pretty well. I can't remember the name of the gear right now, but yeah, you can shuffle along in those pretty good. And for your first pair, don't spend too much. You may not like it, and you'll know exactly what you don't like about snowshoeing, and maybe be able to improve your own gear that way. So it's all a personal choice. But don't spend a lot when you're first starting out, and don't be afraid. If you like to get out, you like to move, you like to stay warm, and you're not afraid of the cold, get any old cheap pair of snowshoes and a good pair of boots.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm more worried about is the feet and the hands situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Christina will attest to that. She lived in the Arctic with me as well. Two of our best investments we made were in down parkas and -40 Kavaks.
The boots, Kodak.
Kodaks, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, -40 Kodaks.
-40 or -100 if you're going snowmobiling.
Yeah.
-100.
Yeah, -100. I'm sure you can get those online. Yeah, I've got a pair of -40 that I used every day for the really cold walking around weather. A little bit lighter than the -100s, but the -100s they remind me pretty much of putting on a pair of ski boots. You can hardly move in them, but they keep your toes nice and toasty when you're clipping along on the snowmobile at -33 with a -70 wind chill. So yeah.
Good wool socks.
Yeah, good wool socks and a good pair of heavy boots. But yeah, we don't have to worry about that around here, Steph. They're literally the stuff we got to worry about here is staying dry. Okay, that's the one thing that you need to worry about in the wintertime is staying dry. We didn't have to worry about that in the Arctic because there was once you were out there, there was no slushy spots. There was no water to be seen anywhere. It was a very, very, very dry, cold, super cold, but you never got wet. The only time you got wet was when you shed your gear and you sat in the bar cooling off, having a brewski, and you were just sweating your ass off because you were so used to generating so much heat that when you come into a heated room, you're just sweating. I swear to God, that's so funny.
Yeah, but I think Wood Pigeon got timed out possibly by accident. So if you're still listening, Wood Pigeon, sorry for that. I think.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened there.
Which one of my moderators timed out Wood Pigeon, and what the heck did he do?
It was your parents.
Or was it you? You did it, Steph. You're the one that dropped the link.
No. I swear it wasn't me.
I love that. Totally Canadian though. We're sorry, Wood Pigeon.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry about that, buddy. Yeah. Anyways, where was I going to go with this?
The dry cold and the wet weather.
Yes. Yeah. Stay dry down here. That's what I have to say about Ontario cold weather is stay dry. Don't invest in the parka that doesn't have that waterproof shell on the outside. Definitely grab those inserts out of the closet here. That'd be awesome. Ma and Pa Millen? What? Ma and Pa Millen? They didn't time him out. No way, not a chance. Just for you guys don't know and who aren't in my live at 605s, these inserts are awesome. These little downfill ones.
Oh man, what is that?
But yeah, these little downfill ones, they scrunch up into a tiny little ball.
There's a little bag for it too.
A little bag for it. It's made by, well, this one's made by Sears Canada. We got it on sale when they were going out of business.
Nice.
But it's a super light material, super water resistant, and it's fill it down. Super hot. So something so light. This is what I say wear most of the winter down here in Ontario.
That can be your underlayer.
And yes, and when it does get colder, that can be your underlayer as well. Good point, dear.
Yeah, I was practicing actually last winter. We got one day it was, I think it felt like -40 with the wind chill. It was -30 and -40 with the wind chill. And so I wanted to test out some of my layering options, being new to it, instead of going out there without any experience and all that.
Yeah.
So I went on like an 8-hour, 24-kilometer hike out, and you know what? It wasn't bad at all. I was kind of worried about the cold and the wind and all that. I came home with like icicles on my face and stuff, but I was warm the whole time because, you keep moving and you're good to go.
Oh man, I wish I could do what I want to do right now, Steph. I got some amazing pictures of my eyelashes that literally look like I got white mascara on because of the frost on the eyelashes. And I used to have a little bit of a beard, so I got the frost on the beard and the frost going on the eyebrows, and my hair's all frozen. And you'd think, oh man, that guy is probably freezing to death. But no, you're working up a sweat. Yeah, it's just yeah. Oh, my profile pic. Oh, for Jesus' sake. I totally forgot about my profile pic. It's me in a parka, for Christ's sakes. There you go, guys. It's already been shared.
Yeah, you're saying -60 the other day.
Yeah,
I can't even fathom that.
That was -60 Fahrenheit. Didn't we work that out?
Yeah, yeah.
So definitely minus 77 Celsius. For any of my American friends out there, minus 77 Celsius, I think is about minus 60 Fahrenheit.
Minus 77 Fahrenheit is minus 60 Celsius.
All right, so minus 77. So I was minus 77 Celsius, so I'm even more colder than, wow.
That's nutty. That's nutty.
It was crazy. Well, like I said, I didn't make it across the street. If you remember the story,
Mm-hmm.
it was like diving into a pool of frozen water. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome though. I mean, you still got to get outside and enjoy the outdoors even when it's cold. Now with winter coming, everyone's worried. I don't know if you got snow this morning, but I woke up at 5 o'clock. I go outside and my car was layered in snow a bit, and everyone's freaking out already. And
Yeah, I know. I just shake my head. I mean, you got to spend 5 years in the Arctic, guys, to call that snow. That was a light dusting. That's nothing. Up there right now, some of my friends that I've got that I chat with on Facebook and whatnot, they got dumped on 1st of September, and they're not gonna be able to dig themselves out until at least late April. And it's gonna stay there.
Crazy.
And it's literally gonna stay there. It's not gonna melt and go away like it does, in the upper states and here in Ontario. It's not gonna melt and go away. It's literally gonna layer and layer and layer and layer and layer. And you'll end up with, what is it, 10 feet of powder and 20 feet of base, and then permafrost under that. So you're good to go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But hey, Steph, if you ever want to do it, I tell you, the best thing, snowmobiling on a frozen lake in the Arctic is like, the closest thing I can tell you it's like is like jet skiing on the lake. Okay, you've got 10 feet of powder on your snowmobile. Okay, you've got 10 feet of powder. You got a nice 550 Polaris or something like that, and you are just pushing like you're like on water. It's literally your snowmobile has all this room to catch traction in deep snow. It's not like you're going down some already driven trail. You're fresh on the lake, first one there, and you're basically surfing a snow lake. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
It is awesome. And yeah, I dream about the Arctic every once in a while. Do I miss it? Yeah, a little bit. Do I want to go back? No, not really. I missed the family time, and there's a lot of isolation up there. That's the one thing that kills you, being away from the family.
And the darkness.
Yeah, in the darkness. Yeah, Christine's like, yeah, in the darkness. But hey, you get paid back with the light. 24-hour light is awesome.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, I've never even seen anything close to that. Or the snowmobiling, I would love to try that. Snowshoeing, like the cross-country skiing and all that. I mean, where we live, there's not really crazy winters, right? So you can't kind of experience the full experience.
Well, yeah, we are kind of protected by what's called the Great Lake effect too, and being in Toronto, we got a really warm climate, because of the amount of population around us. Just want to pay attention to the chat room a little bit here, guys. Wood pitching outdoors. Don't you dare worry about making your minus 40 camp video look like crap. Any tips that you have about surviving minus 40, even Fahrenheit is it's what you do. It's what you're doing. It's what people need to see. Guys like Stef have never seen any cold weather camping, and I'm just sitting here telling stories, my friend. So you've got actual footage. You've got actual pictures that you can show and talk about in a minus 40 camping. And I'm looking forward to going over there and seeing that. And Lacey, I wanted to talk about her if she's still in the room. Literally, right after I went live this morning, Lacey from Serving From My Home posted a video about a rabbit skin hat. You know, the whole Canadian icon with the flappy ears and all that kind of stuff. She does a bunch of crafting. And that's another tip right there. All those iconic Canadian gear that you see, the ear flaps and all that kind of stuff, that wasn't made just for show, guys. That actually works. I got several of them myself. I got a beaver skin. I got homemade ones. I got yarn ones. I love those ear flaps, especially in, it's not about looking pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about staying warm.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. A lot of people, I guess it goes with the whole glamping thing. You pick gear based on the looks and all that, but you got to think of like fit and function foremost, right? I mean, you're not going out there for a fashion show. You're going out there to, stay safe and stay warm and, enjoy your time out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're gonna get to see scenery that you won't normally see. I got some beautiful memories of vistas with the sun just coming over them all, and you know what happens when you see white and the snow. You literally don't get the sunset that's black on the bottom. You get a 180 degree, 360 degree sunset. You feel like you're standing in the middle of the sunset. That's a reward right there. The sunset is reflecting off the snow and in the sky, so you got it all around you. You look at your arms and your hands and your face, and you're the same color as the sunset because it's all around you. You only get that in a winter wonderland, and that's an amazing experience. And another thing that's really cool is the Northern Lights.
Yes.
Up there, the Northern Lights. I could go on about the Northern Lights, but my favorite story is they were particularly active at one point, to the point where they were coming down and pretty much touching the ground. Okay, so the Northern Lights that dance in the sky were coming down and touching the ground. So almost touching the ground. So what we did, a group of us at night, we climbed up to the highest building in Nubik, which is 3 stories. Got up on the roof of the IDC building, and we were as close to the Northern Lights as we can. And the Gwich'in and the Inuit have a whole bunch of ways of well, basically they were worship back then, but they have a whole bunch of ways of making the lights move, and I didn't believe it at first, and that's why I went to the trouble of climbing up there. But they literally say they can call the lights down if they whistle, and so we were up there whistling, and sure enough, the lights were coming down, and they were pretty much touching our arms on the roof of the building. You could see the Northern Lights just dancing off your arms. They were turning my arms green, and it was such an experience. The hair on my arms was standing up. You know what I mean? I was just like, whoa, whistling. And then the sound of your zipper on your parka, like, makes the lights go back up again. So whistle them back down, and the zipper scares them away. So
no way, that is crazy.
It was an awesome experience. And I swear to God, there was no cannabis involved. But yeah, it's a true story, my friend. True story. And I wish I'd have known about YouTube all them years ago, because I definitely have a lot of adventures that I've partaken on in my 50 years on this earth, and a lot of great stories. And love YouTube for being able to share some of those with you guys. And that's basically a nice little intro, Steph, into my Throwback Thursdays.
Yes, I was going to mention that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that we got a chance to touch on some old memories and talk about some of that kind of stuff. Throwback Thursday, great collaboration series, guys, for you guys in the chat room. Hashtag Early Bird Audience. I definitely own that. You can get a hold of me there on Twitter. All one word, hashtag Early Bird Audience. Throw a link up there for that, whatever. And let's get together and do some collaborating on some old footage. I love that idea of being able to tell a story with some of the footage that you have before your YouTube days, or maybe, didn't get a chance to get on YouTube, or you got some old footage that your grandmother's got stored up in the attic and you want to tell a story there. Feel free to do that. Sorry, that's my plug, Steph.
Yeah, it's great to see all that sort of stuff, because I mean, I'm pretty young, so I've never seen I watch now on YouTube people doing this stuff, but I'd love to see what people have done in the past. And even like before I was born, I'd love to see videos of if you have any videos of the Arctic and stuff like that. I would love to see that.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's going to be a great opportunity for me to share some of my Arctic experience. I'm going way back to begin with, and I'm going to try to do it chronologically. Some of the oldest footage I have is from 1946, 1947, and I'm getting my mom to tell a whole bunch of stories, and I'm retelling those. But eventually, I'll make it up to the Arctic again, and we'll start to create some content there. That'd be awesome. I
Yeah,
got some
that'd
pretty
be
stories.
very cool.
Love it.
I don't have a lot of older footage because I never really thought about taking videos when I was out there. I never stopped to like take a picture or anything. I was just focused on taking everything in and kind of experiencing it as it was. And so when I started thinking about YouTube, I started thinking to record things. And so I don't really have any old footage of my adventures, unfortunately.
Wood Pigeon Outdoors, like, you don't want to see my past. It was scary. I was like 5 kilometers from a Timmy's.
Ooh, that's bad.
Man.
That's bad.
Wood Pigeon. Nuvik hasn't got their first Timmy's yet. Closest Timmy's is 1,500 kilometers away, so you don't want to go there. But it's really funny if you tell your joke in the Arctic. You can only get away with this once with your boss. Hey, boss, I'm heading to Timmy's. You want anything? 1,500 kilometers later.
Oh, man.
2 8-hour shifts gone.
Hey, we got Cabin Life in the chat. How's it going? We were just talking about you earlier. No, the
Glenn and
content
Maureen?
creators. Yes.
Glenn and Marine are in the chat room. That's awesome.
Yes.
Hey, Glenn and Marine, step outside and I say, hey, big hello.
How's it going? Who else? We got Floral Jungle, my girl Dee Dee from the UK. We got Inspired John, Jefferson Einstein. Nice. Nice. Good to see you guys.
Oh, it is awesome to see these guys. They're some of my heroes, man. Some of my inspiration is basically what I have to call these guys. Inspired John, Wood Pigeon Outdoors, Happy Trails Hiking. Yes, definitely. I think this is our community though. Come on, is there anybody in here that doesn't know anybody? That's the problem with us being youngins, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I call myself a young one.
Yeah.
That's the problem with us being smaller creators. All the people we are following are pretty much being followed by everybody else that we're following. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, if there's anybody new in the house that doesn't know Yankees Outdoor or Happy Trails or Serving from My Home or WrestleMania or any of these great other people in the chat room, I'd encourage you to go over there, hover over those 3 dots. I learned that shortly after I started uploading stuff. Hover over those 3 dots, go to their channel, check out their content, subscribe to them if you like anything that you see in there. Be inspired before you subscribe. That's what I recommend. I don't like the sub thing. That just
No.
What's your opinion on that one, Steph?
I hate it. I don't care about subs. I don't want subs to dominate how I think about YouTube. I want making great content to be my goal, right? And I guess the way I do that, I do like the statistics because it's fun to play around and kind of figure out things. So I look at the watch time because that means if I'm making a decent video, theoretically, then my watch time would be higher for that video. And the sub for sub thing, man, there's no point. Support isn't a subscription. Support is, watching the videos and commenting and, hitting the like button and tweeting it out and all that, because that's how a channel will grow, not through subs. Because I've seen channels with, thousands of subs and their videos get a couple hundred views each. So what's the point?
Take off the phones. What's going on? Somebody's can't hear me? We can hear you. We can hear you both. Well, oh, wait a second. Never mind. Scroll up, she says. Scroll up. How about I scroll down? What? We're having technical difficulties again. Hey. Yes. Yeah, that was some great advice, Steph. Absolutely.
And I'd just like to mention Floral Jungle always leaves me amazing comments on every video, and it just makes me so happy. Like every single one is just so in-depth and friendly and kind.
You can tell she's one of those amazing supporters. She may not make a lot of content for herself, but she's one of those amazing supporters. And absolutely, I'm glad she jumped into one of my streams. Great to have her. Yes, Dee Dee is awesome. I was just going to think, I think her name's Dee Dee. I learned that this morning at 6:05. But yeah, Dee Dee is awesome for supporting. she definitely, I think she caught most of my live at 5s all day today too. So that tells you something there too. For somebody to put up with those 5-minute fiascos, I literally jumped off the bus. I thought about doing this for literally 1 whole minute before I started doing it. I was like, hey, I got a great idea. Live for 5. And you can see, actually, there's a mini progression right there. The first thumbnails were crappy. And then I thought, hey, you know what? I could take a picture first, edit that. And I did the whole L4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this is kind of cool. But anyways, don't worry, guys. I'm not going to go live for 5 my entire life. But they were a lot of fun to make. Just trying to get a bunch of momentum here to the channel tonight because I knew Stef was going to be awesome. I wanted to get him in front of the camera and encourage him to get in front of the camera a heck of a lot more often. You got some great personality there, buddy.
You know, I thought about the whole live thing, and the problem is it doesn't really fit with my channel because I'm supposed to be Stef outside, not Stef with internet connection, right? So it's unfortunate that I can't because it's so much fun seeing and hanging out with people in the chat and integrating with the community, and it's a whole different experience than sitting down editing a video for 10 hours and throwing it up on the weekend, you know? So it's a really
absolutely. I agree with you, and I struggled with it myself, Stef. I totally did. I know my content creation is suffering now because of the massive amount of lives that I've been uploading, and I do promise that I will be making some more content, especially as like Stef says, it gets colder. We do actually tend to hibernate a little bit, but I will be creating a lot more. I've got some footage that I want to get out there and render. But you're absolutely right. That's a great discussion for the panel actually too. You know, changing your content, changing your niche midstream. I'd like to think that I'm a variety channel, but I'm turning more into a live show channel right now. But what's going to happen to me in 30 days? What's going to happen to me in 6 months? I want to keep it real. You know, like I'm growing with YouTube. We'll see where it goes. That's basically what I got to say.
Well, hey, if you're having fun with it, you know, and you know you're enjoying it, then go for it, man. That's the point, right? At the end of the day, you gotta have fun. You gotta enjoy it.
Yep, and I do truly love doing both. You know, going live for 5 was a lot of fun. I had super energy all day. Just thinking about what I was going to say on my next live for 5. My live at 6:05s are really satisfying. It's a great way to start the day. But you know what? Creating stuff is pretty cool too. You know, like my bird pictures my bird footage that I did in the beginning, just to get my feet wet, sort of deal. Absolutely love creating those. They may not have the watch time or the views, but they're a personal favorite of mine, and I do have a lot of people that commented on those and enjoyed them as well, and that really made me feel proud. That was awesome. But hey, enough about me. Can't say hi enough to Hike with Mike and Pam's Great Outdoor Adventures is in the house. I don't think we mentioned her tonight, did we, Stef?
No, we did not, but we should have, and we will now.
Pam's Great Outdoor Adventures. Happy to have you in here. Hey, how's it going? You gave birth? What? Okay, WrestleMania. I do what I call a sometimes stream. I do edited content once in a while with occasional live stream. Works for me. Yes. Yeah, that's a great idea. You know what? Absolutely. Whatever floats your boat, that's what I got to say, WrestleMania. It's like Stef said, whatever makes you happy. I enjoy watching your content both ways. And yeah.
Yeah,
like
for sure. For sure.
What that guy in the corner down there in my screen today?
Wood Pigeon wants to know if we're Leaf fans. And I'm sad to say that I'm not a sports guy. So I can't speak about anything like that. But how about you? How about you?
Both, my friend.
There we go. So, dang.
We're a couple of sorry Canadians, eh? We can't even talk about hockey. What the heck?
I hear they're doing good, though. I hear they're doing good. That's about all I can add to that.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, go Leafs, go, right? Actually, you know, if I was going to say anything, I'd probably be more of a Montreal Canadian fan. I have watched a few of their games there, you know, so I am more of Canadians guy, but yeah, the Leafs. They're a phenomenon. Come on, seriously. How many years has it been since they won the Stanley Cup? I can tell you, 1967, I think. A little bit just after I was born. So that's 50 years going steady without winning a Stanley Cup. But they've got one of the greatest fan bases going. What like they got to be doing something right, or they're just on the verge of being good. I don't know. Let's cheer for those guys. We can get them over that line. I don't know. That's why they call them fans, right? Short for fanatic. But yeah, I love watching a good hockey game. Sure, I love watching my nephew play. He plays AAA. So who's my favorite hockey team? Langton Midgets.
Hey, you know what? Those are sometimes way more intense to watch because sometimes you have that one kid that's just really good and it's just dominating, but sometimes you'll have like teams that are like evenly matched and it's a really fun game to watch.
Yep, absolutely.
Lower levels.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Recycle Dude is live right now. That is awesome. I love watching Recycle Dude. It's too bad he didn't come into the stream tonight to watch, but if anybody is getting bored of what we're doing right now, Recycle Dude will definitely entertain you. He goes live. Just going to give a little shout out for him too. But don't leave my channel until this stream is done. How much more gas you got in the tank there, Steph?
I'm running out. I gotta say, I'm pretty tired, but we could keep going.
Well, all right. Let me grab a beverage, and I'll be right back. Just give me a second.
Yes. Let's see what the chat's going. Wrestler Mania, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Take it easy. Wood Pigeon likes the Oilers. I assume it's Glenn that's on in the chat right now. He's saying he's not really into sports. Floral Jungle just lost with the sports. Yeah, budget. We're Leaf fans now. Oh, I like that one. Good stuff. Budget's always making some funny jokes.
Oh, Budget's awesome. I'd love to do another hangout with Budget, man. If we can invite him in here or anybody else that wants to join us at this point, let's put a little bit more gas in our tanks, guys. Keep this going for a little while. I don't have to get up till 6:05. I'm good. So anybody, oh my God, anybody want to watch me go through the disaster trying to invite somebody else into my Google Hangouts? I swear to God, I know what I'm doing.
Let's do it.
Who wants it? Anybody else? Come on in. I trust everybody in my chat room. Who wants to chat? Let's keep this going. Step outside has been awesome. I've tried to stay within the frame as much as I can. I know every time I go live, I end up running around the room and picking up things and getting my steps in and moving around, but that's just me, guys. I can't sit still for more than 10 seconds. Good God.
It's good. It's high energy. I like it.
High energy, yeah. Okay. Look, a squirrel.
Ooh, Wood Pigeon says he'll pop on. Okay. How do we make this happen?
All right, Wood Pigeon. Let's make this happen. First of all, can you do it, Steph?
I think so. I believe so. Let me see. I haven't done the whole Hangouts thing a lot. Enter chat. Choose links. Q&A. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing.
All right, so go up to the top. Do you have the little icon with the guy with the plus beside his ear when you scroll your mouse to the top?
Pardon me? What was that?
It's an icon of a guy with a plus beside him. So it basically invite people. You don't have that?
Mm-mm.
All right, it's probably just me then. All right, let's see. Budget Bushcraft, I'm going to need your Gmail address. How do you want to get that to me? Twitter or right in the chat room? 10 what? Would get confused. Cool cat in the background. Hey, you like my cat? Hike with Mike? Oh yeah, Mackenzie's awesome. She's pretty cool. I like Mackenzie too. She stays away from me. That's why I like Mackenzie. Tucker, he's a little pain in the butt. He's my other cat, Tucker. He crawls on me, sits on my lap. He always wants attention. But Mackenzie, she just chills back in the corner. Man, what? Betcha if I get up and go over there, she'll run away. Just watch.
It's okay. Cats show their love in other ways. Knocking
Yes.
things off the table and brushing their tail on you and then running away.
Hike with Mike asks if it's a Maine Coon cat. I have no idea what he's talking about there. If that's an actual breed, that's basically a rescue cat. I headed over, not quite to Vaughan, I don't think it was, but there was a sad story, really, but happy story in the end for these two guys. It was a cat lady situation. We walked into the house, and she literally had hundreds of cats in her house, hundreds. So you can imagine the situation. And her daughter was very anxious to give them away and get them out to a good home. And man, do I really want to tell this story? Tucker, most healthiest cat in the place, like literally leaped into my arms and said, "Yeah, I'm going home with you." You could tell right away. You know, like I said, he's been super affectionate. This wee one back here, she was just born, like literally not even hardly old enough to be weaned away from the mother. And I took one look at that kitten. I went, that kitten ain't gonna make it. You know, like there's not a chance that cat's gonna make it. And Christina just, boom, she was like, "This is the one I want." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll take this healthy one." And yeah, you know what? You can try to nurse this cat back, and we'll, you know, but I'm preparing myself for the worst here. Absolutely preparing myself for the worst. I'll take the healthy one home, and Christina will nurse this tiny little kitten who doesn't have a chance in hell. Sorry, of making it, and she'll love it. She'll love it right till its final days, and it'll have a great little ending. Well, it's still kicking around now because she did. She literally bottle fed this thing. She did everything she could to nurse this cat back to health. Its nasal sinuses were all plugged up, and it couldn't smell its food, so it wasn't eating its food. So you know, it was a whole conundrum where she had to force feed this cat like 4 or 5 times a day, and brought it back to health. And we got a nice, healthy cat that I absolutely love because it totally leaves me alone. But you'd think with all that attention that it got that it'd like people, but nope, it isn't that right, Mackenzie? She's just all by herself back there. But yeah, we rescued that from a shelter, from a crazy cat lady, and we've loved them ever since. I've had them around for about 9 years now. They're my cats. I'm a cat person. Yep.
Nice. Hey, you know what? That's a great story. They all need love, right? My grandmother lived around North York, and there were a lot of stray cats just around, and they kind of make their rounds. So she would always feed them and eventually take them in and give them their shots and all that sort of thing. And I guess they stay set in their ways. They're kind of scared of humans and scared to show affection and all that because they've been hurt in the past. But yeah, they're good cats still. I mean, awesome pets to have. I'm more of a dog man myself, but
well, you know, what kind of dogs do you like?
I don't have a dog, but the problem with pets, they're a lot of work, and because I'm at work most of the day, I wouldn't be able to take care of them. But I don't know about taking a cat into the woods. I think taking a dog into the woods would be a bit easier.
Definitely. And I recommend if you got a lot of high energy, a border collie. My favorite dog.
Yeah, there was someone with a border collie. Was it in your stream? I don't know. Someone came in. I can't quite remember. But oh, it was JNC fishing. No.
JNC's got a border collie?
Yeah, I think
so.
I
knew there's something about JNC that I liked.
Yeah,
that's my favorite breed of dog. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd probably go with like a lab.
I was kind of waiting for a Gmail address to pop out at me out of the ether, I guess, but I haven't seen anything in the chat room. Wood Pigeon Outdoors. Need your Gmail so I can invite you on Google Chat, and that'll be fun. Glenn and Marine, yeah, that would seem to be the case. Do it. Okay.
cat on a camping trip would be interesting, Jefferson. And I have seen pictures of it. They have a little PFD on with the handle on the back just in case.
I
But,
would never torture my cats.
no. A lot of them wouldn't go for it at all. They would just freak out.
All right, so Wood Pigeon Outdoors must be having trouble. Doesn't want to throw his Gmail up. I don't know what's going on. I need your Gmail so I can invite you, Wood Pigeon. If you're serious about doing a hangout, I bet you what's going on right now. He's probably cleaning up his living room, going, I can't go live right now. Jeez. Pick up the laundry, guys. I don't know what's going on over there, Wood Pigeon, but you're totally welcome to hang out. I'm going to close that open window right now. I need to type in a Gmail address, and I need you to get it to me somehow, possibly through Twitter, Mike R. Millen, or some other way. I don't know. Any suggestions there, Stef?
He says he sent it, but I do not see it. I see Budget put his in the chat.
Oh, Budget wants in again?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's do it.
He could rag on us live instead of typing it.
Actually, I've invited him before, or no? That was Inspired John that did that. All right, watch me screw up again, guys. Carry on the chat, Steph.
Yes, let's get it. Technical difficulties, not today. Good to go. JUFM, I don't know how to say your name, but thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Pam, taking off as well. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it for sure. Yeah, some awesome people here, man.
Okay, I sent the invite. I think I have to wait for him to reply.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, me either. I'm new to this. Hey, I think YouTube is actually kind of new to this too, isn't it? Isn't Google Hangouts new to YouTube?
How does it work? Does it integrate with YouTube directly? I've never done the live
Yeah,
streams.
apparently that's why I stopped messing around with OBS. I was definitely looking for some programs or software where I could share videos or do something like this. Make it more than just a straight up pointing the camera at me and going live. So I was looking at OBS, and it's like kudos to Glenn and Marine and Pusa Studios and all those guys. They're running OBS and they're doing a great job. But I tell you, wow, it's way over my head. I know what I want in my head. It just took me a long time to get there. I actually ran a really cool 2-hour video using OBS, and after about 2 hours, I fried my Wi-Fi card.
Oh no.
Seriously, it takes a lot of processing power to run OBS. Google's is way more friendly, and it gets the point across. And I have been able to share photos and videos on Google Hangouts. So I'm not doing it tonight because I don't want to step over any great conversations that we're having, and it's not going to enhance the conversation at all by me, rifling through all my old photos. But I had a lot more time to set up, which I promise I will next Thursday for next Thursday's show. We'll definitely rifle through some of the old photos, like I promised on a Throwback Thursday. But we've had a chance here with Steph. This is awesome to talk about some of the old times, and you've been great, Steph. Really, really awesome. I knew I was looking forward to this all day, and you've been awesome.
Yeah, I was excited for sure.
I've sent a invite to Budget Bushcraft and not getting anything back yet.
Yes, I got Wood Pigeons on Twitter, and I put it in the group chat on Hangouts. I don't know if you could see that.
Oh, yeah. I got to slide over to the side for that one. Where is that? That is... Crap. I know that's another page.
I think top left, there's an icon.
Top left, yep.
It says chat. I think you could click that and open it up.
Wait a second. There it is. There you are. Yeah, so this is just you and I talking to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anybody who's new to Google Hangouts, man, the camera's cutting off my forehead there. Yeah, I'm all about the. Nope, that looks terrible. Whatever. Okay, so Bob, Wood Pigeon. Let's try to invite him. Okay. Guess what happens?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you go to invite, and the chat goes all dark. It's crazy.
Oh, lovely.
And plus, I'm got 50-year-old eyes, so it's hard for me to see. Anyways, I got it. JS.
Yeah, Glenn, that was a really fun hangout that night. I think we were on there for 5 hours or 6 hours. We had Butch, we had who else? Mary in there, a bunch of people. It was a lot of fun.
Oh man, hanging out with Glenn and Marine, that's my dream right there. But I want to do it for reals. I'd love to sit around that campfire with those guys and tell stories. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it really would. Yeah, I know they do the panels every now and then on the Chill channel. I know they were hoping to do the like a whole segment on YouTube and creation and editing and all that sort of thing. So I think that would be really fun to do. And I think I would learn a lot from the people hopping on there, because I'm totally new to that sort of thing. So any tips and tricks would be great.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. And I think, you know what, it's a great idea for collaboration too, my friend. Hanging out with Glenn and Marine, we could get together, we could shoot some footage, we could have some fun. I basically see this as me and Glenn teaching the young guy, but awesome.
There we go.
Hey, guess who we got here?
How's it going, eh?
How's it going?
So
Yes.
I made sure I wear my best tartan there, making it all Canadian. Got my coon hat on. So anyway,
Yes, I love it. I got the Tilly on right now.
Yeah,
Kinda
there
like
you
the
go.
Canada, I got the Canada water bottle. That's about all I got.
There, I'll put the hat on.
Nice.
So,
How's it going, buddy?
I'm cheating. It's not Timmy's, it's McCafe, but you know.
Hey, you know what? This might sound blasphemous, but I prefer McDonald's coffee to Tim's coffee anyways.
Funny you should say that. McDonald's actually bought Tim Hortons' old recipe.
No way.
Yeah, that's
makes
why.
so much sense.
That's why Tim Hortons went to the dark roast.
Mm.
They sold they didn't renew the contract with the people that were growing the beans for Tim Hortons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
There
Yes.
we go.
Oh man, now I'm out of place.
You know what? This ain't gonna last for long, guys, because it's freaking hot. Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
Yeah, like.
Besides that, my name's not.
I'm
Green
also
Bay
wearing a
Wacky.
sweater underneath, plus another T-shirt. Yeah.
Sweet Wood Pigeon. This is awesome. Thanks for coming out, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. So, I know you guys were talking about Crown Land earlier. I probably just missed it when I popped in. Where do you guys go for Crown Land?
Just south of Algonquin.
All right, fair enough, because we go to Lanark,
Okay.
Ontario. We've been trying to find a place up here, because I'm just on the Ontario-Canada border, like Ottawa, but I'm on the Ottawa-Gatineau side.
Hence the reason you got such a crazy accent, eh?
Yeah, kind of. So actually, I'm Albertan, so
Oh, you're from Alberta. Oh,
I'm originally from
love
Alberta. Jackfish Lake, or since people don't really know where Jackfish Lake is, I say Edmonton, because that's the closest 45 minutes northwest. So Jill is from Quebec City, hence why when she speaks in the video, she's got the French accent. So
Nice.
but yeah.
That's awesome. How long have you been Crown Land camping, buddy?
For about 2 years with a couple of buddies that I went to high school with. We met back up maybe about 6 years ago, and they went, "Hey, well, we do camping out here. You want to come?" And yeah, that's how I started finding out about the Crown Land stuff, because before I just kind of went into a bush. Didn't matter where. Didn't matter where I was going. So
well, you're basically crown land camping before it became cool. I know it had a big surge about 2 years ago. That's when I started as well, doing crown land camping. It basically was saying, hey, you know what? We've had enough of this car camping in the park. You know, I'm literally setting up a tent right beside somebody else right now. I want to get out in the outdoors. Yes, you are out there, but you're basically crowding yourself into another small park again. I've been camping, and I don't know if Mom and Pa Millen are still in the room today, but I've been camping literally since I was a baby. I got pictures of me beside one of those green and yellow Coleman tents, you know, the old canvas ones with the big metal bars. Got a picture of me, my mom holding me as a child. My parents would take us car camping every single summer, and you learn a lot of skills doing that, you know. But you really put your skills to the test when you do some crown land camping. You don't have that convenience store just up the street in the park at a conservation area or a provincial park. You basically got to be on your own. You got to make sure that everything you have, you're going to use, and you don't want any extra, and you don't want to be looking for stuff either.
Yeah, exactly. Like the last video that I posted with the making the debris shelter. Yeah, that was on Crown land.
Yeah.
Right. But the area that we were in, like that was land art, but the area that we used to go to was overrun by loggers. So they basically went Crown land and like cleared everything out. So all the wood that I was using and everything was from the loggers just over the hill.
Yep.
Right. Like they were gone for the long weekend. So we figured, well, let's take advantage of what they're taking advantage of. So
yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'm not even going to put down the loggers because they got to make a living too, right? And exactly. And I got my start. One of my second or third jobs, I think I was 18 or 19 years old, was replanting the clear cuts. You know, planting trees.
Yeah, Jill used to do that.
Yeah. It's great. Hey, get her on here, man. Get her on here.
She's actually at yoga.
She go jack planting, or was it bagging stuff?
From my understanding, she went to BC. This was way before we met.
Yeah.
So she was in BC, like the Jasper area.
Yeah. And so there's two different ways of replanting those clear cuts. One of them is you got a canvas bag off the side, and you're holding maybe 3 or 4 year old saplings, so you can maybe carry 20 or 30 trees at a time. You go up there, you dig a hole, you shove the tree in, you give it a little lick and a kiss, and away you go. And then jack planting, the saplings are only just coming out of their shell. They're in little paper pods, and you can literally carry hundreds of them, you know, as many as you can stuff in the tray, hundreds of them. And they slide down a tube, and you shove that tube into the ground as hard as you can, open up the jack with your foot, and the seed pod falls out, drops into a little tiny hole, and then you just kick it down again with the heel of your foot, and you move on to the next one. You can literally plant. Well, I was getting paid 3 cents a tree, and I was making about $85 a day. So, and this is back in the 90s. So you can plant thousands of these trees.
Yeah.
And then what they'll do is they'll come back and they'll do a survey. They'll literally do a 12-foot by 12-foot grid. And however many trees you planted in that area, they'll give it a test and watch those trees and say, okay, 60% of those trees survived. So this forest is going to have, you know, they do all their data farming that way. So yeah, there's the fast way, and then there's the way that I was describing before.
Funny you were mentioning this too, and you were mentioning Pusa Studios earlier on. When I was on the Appalachian Trail, we did a stop over at meeting up with Pusa Studios, and he was mentioning that he was a logger at one time. Right. So I was actually surprised to hear that. And he was mentioning that he was actually allergic to the fir trees. So
wow, it's a bad business for a logger to be in there.
It is. But at the same time, I'm kind of listening to the story, and I'm like, got to give him credit. You know, he was doing what he had to do, and like logging is a hard job to begin with.
No, absolutely, totally agree.
So imagine being allergic to it on top of that.
Yeah,
like you know, like
hey, we're Canadians, so hey, we just got to get her done, right?
Yeah. Get her done, get her out there,
Yeah.
Cabin Life with Glenn Marine. Yeah, that's a great. Carps are. Sorry, can't speak right now. Glenn Marine. I just wanted to re-say that parks camping is too much like tent cities these days. Man, I can't read, guys. Bush camping is way much richer experience. Yeah, absolutely. And budget bushcraft, you know what that's like. All my other outdoor enthusiasts out there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
the car
man.
camping's good to get like family out there and get people into the thing, but you don't get the true experience of nature having someone like 50 meters from you and your car there and all that.
I like your perspective there, Steph. I like that perspective. I don't want to sound like a car camping snob. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm never going to do that again. You're absolutely right. For people who don't have the experience, like if you've never camped in your life, don't go bushcraft camping right off the bat.
No.
Break yourself into it, sort of deal. You know, like I've seen people where was it? Now, it's a funny story. I got kicked out of a campsite, right? And,
all right, tell the story, buddy.
I was, I don't know if she'll like me to say it, but screw it. Anyways, my mom's gay, all right? And she's a lesbian, and she went to a lesbian woman festival. And it was camping, right? Like everybody was camping and all that. And she goes, "Oh, I'm allowed to bring a guest. Come with me," right? Because she knew I had more experience in like the actual camping aspect of it. So I went, "Yeah, sure, not a problem." Showed up, set everything up, started chopping her wood and everything, getting stuff ready for her to camp, right? And I had a couple women approach me, go, "Hey, what are you doing here? You need to leave." And like,
are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Like, and I went, "Well, my mom's here. She's for the women's festival." They're like, "Yeah, but this entire area is no men allowed this weekend."
Wow.
So they left, and about 15 minutes later, security showed up. Wow. And I'm talking like the big biker chick securities showed up, and they're like, "Dude, you got to leave." So here I am being escorted like to the road. Like they're walking me through the campsite. I'm like, my mom's car is right there. Like,
where was your mom?
Like she was there. She was like, "What's going on?" Like I was allowed whatever. So yeah, I got escorted out. So, but because I had everything ready for her, right, she was fine. But the site next to her was a daughter and mom, and they've never been camping before. They only brought a tent and a couple sleeping bags and a little cooler of food. Right. But they didn't realize that, it's fall, it's going to get cold. Yeah. So their sleeping bag was only for like +8 or something like that, the coldest.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Right. And I think it dropped down to -3.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it.
So for my American friends, that's about 30 degrees Celsius.
So they're freezing. They're, and mom's like, "Well, my son's gone. You could take his gear." So and they're like, using all my stuff and everything. So I get it back. It smells like rose perfume. I'm like, "What did you guys do?" So yeah, the guys had a fun time after that with me because all my gear smelled like, cherry chapstick and rose perfume. So.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. And Glenn, cabin life, I assume it's Glenn. He agrees too. You know what? If you don't have a lot of experience, then get out. First of all, just get outside. Go for a walk in the park. Nice way to become acquainted with some natural settings too. So you don't necessarily have to camp. I think it'd be quite a scary experience, don't you think? Don't you think, guys? Camping out in Algonquin for the first time, listening to the wolf howl and the loons and all that kind of stuff, and anybody's never been out there, that'd be quite frightening. So
yeah, if I didn't have my friends,
if
I didn't have my friends who were like well versed in the whole thing, then I wouldn't know what to do. You know, they taught me pretty much everything right off the start.
Well,
but
did they play any tricks on you, Stef? Did they send you snipe hunting?
No, they were pretty nice to me.
That's awesome. See, and you got broken really nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's great that you mentioned the hiking and all that, because Crown Land is good for that too. I mean, you can hunt, you can fish, you know, you can camp, you can do whatever you want. You know, it's within reason, right? As long as you respect the environment and all that. It's a great place to go out and practice a lot of skills.
Yeah, absolutely. Go out and practice skills. Yeah. Don't go and cut down a live tree if you don't need to. You know, like there's always deadwood out there for you to pick up. And nice thing that I've mentioned to, I think I said it in one of my live at fives to one cast, one fish. I actually do know a lot of places that are exactly that, one cast, one fish. Just south of Algonquin, where nobody's ever been before, got a homemade lure that you can tie on a string, drop it in the water, and the bass just attack it because they've never seen it before. You know what I mean? They're not used to it being fished out like any of the parks or places around here are. It's easy to catch fish. I'm a huge fisherman. I love to fish. Not so much of a hunter. I let my license drop back in the day. Shot a few rabbits, skinned a few deer, all that kind of stuff. But I was more into the fishing than I was the hunting. And there's a lot of great Crown Land areas up there where you can get your fish on for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I do have a question for Stef though. You do a lot of like canoe camping, I suppose.
Yes.
Right. When I was on the Appalachian Trail, we ended up crossing by a few of the streams up in the Shikshuck area. And I've noticed, like, speaking of like new people camping and everything, they were new to like canoe camping or something like that, and they would pull up their canoe and like set up camp like 4 feet from the shoreline. You know, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know, I'm fly fishing and I'm looking over, I'm like, you know, if the water rises or something like that, like they're going to get swept away within like a minute, right? And I'm watching, and they're like setting up the tent. The kids are running around. They run like to the tent, and that's the thing too. I'm like, they don't know what they're doing, you know. So,
yes.
You know?
Especially if you're fishing there, that's where the bears are gonna go fish too, you know.
Exactly. And the thing is, like Jill wants to go either next year or the year after to go canoe camping. I don't know if you guys notice or whatever, some of you that paid attention to my channel, I mentioned quite a few times I don't know how to swim.
Okay.
So my fear is going down these rapids, falling out. I know there's life jackets and stuff I could be wearing, but I'm just picturing like I'm going down and I'm like, hey, look, a bear hit a rapid. Right.
Yeah.
Out, you know, and now not only am I drowning, but I'm being mauled by a bear because he thinks I'm a big salmon. You know?
Well, let's take Glenn Marine's advice and a little bit that I might have for you there, Bite. Don't jump into the rapids then. Don't throw your canoe in the rapids if you're not a super strong swimmer. Put your feet in the water. You know what I'm saying? Get out there. Hang out at the little lakes. There's a whole slew of conservation areas just north of us. I don't know where you are exactly. You're in Southern Ontario, right?
No, I'm in let's say I'm downtown Ottawa.
Okay, you're downtown Ottawa. So there's a whole slew of conservation areas around where you can literally rent a canoe for half an hour, and these are novice people in dead pool ponds, basically. Get your paddling skills down in one of those. and you'll find you'll enjoy it. You know, just going along the shoreline of these shallow lakes. So if you do tip your canoe, you're literally standing.
Don't get me wrong. I've done like kayaking and I've done canoeing and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Right. But
But she wants to get you into rapids now, eh?
Yeah, well, she does a lot of stand-up paddling and stuff like that. She does like the yoga paddle, stand-up yoga paddle thing, which is kind of interesting to watch. And I'm just sitting there on shore with my line going, yeah, no.
No. Hey, you know what? You gotta give your significant other the respect of what their hobbies are. Christina is watching me do this YouTube thing, and she's like, yeah, no. You know,
yeah.
But she's supporting me. So you know what? Go try it.
Well, that's the thing with Jill too. She hasn't like when I first started the YouTube thing, she didn't want anything to do with it, right? And you know, I started out by me, you know, walking with the camera like this, talking the vlogging style, right? And then me going, "What do you think?" And then just have her like. And then she would answer the question, and then I'd keep going. And that's how I got. Now she's in the videos with me most of the time. She's the main part of the video.
Well, I'm afraid that's what's going to happen to my channel too, buddy. Once I get Christina in front of the camera, everybody's going to go, "Chill, Millen, who cares? Where's Mrs. Chilling with Millen?"
Yeah, and that's basically what happened with mine, because everybody loves her because she's smart. She's not scared to get her hands dirty, you know, and she's really reserved, but she knows, like, put it this way, we went to a gun range and we shot off a few rounds, and the guy handed the gun to her, and it was a bigger gun than what I was using, and she hit all the targets with all the ammo that was given.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. So she was like 100%, and I was like maybe 87. You know, and I looked at her, I went, what the hell? You know, and we go, "You want to do it again?" She's like, "Okay," and she did it again.
Nice. Yeah, she got a great target. Yeah, I took Christina out with the old shotgun. I didn't take her to a target range. I basically grabbed a shotgun out of my parents' basement, took her out to the cornfield, and laid up some corn stalks. Lots of, you know, basically if she missed, she was hitting the rest of the cornfield. Laid out some corn stalks and showed her how to aim. You know, a little bit of gun safety never hurt anybody. We were very cautious about it. It's not like we went out there crazy or anything like that. And 12 gauge shotgun with birdshot in it. And we were a good 50 yards, maybe 75 yards away. So, you know, it took some aiming. And she was bang, corn cob. That was fun. Bang, corn cob. That was fun. Oh, bang, corn cob. That was fun. She was destroying them. So I said, all right, fine. Do this for me, Christina. Grab one of the corn cobs, throw them up in the air, and I'll show you how to lead. You got to shoot in front of it, you know, basically showing her how to lead the target. I shoot and I miss. But throw up another one. Ooh, I threw it short. Shoot and I miss. She goes, well, that doesn't look like much fun. She liked the way the corn cobs were exploding, right? I said, well, I'm trying to show you how to lead. You got to shoot in front of it. You got to, you know, pretend, you know, think about how fast the bullet's going and lead that much. She goes, well, why don't you aim just right at it? And I said, here, you try it. So I hand her the gun. I throw the corn cob up in the air, and damn it, doesn't she hit it first? So you got to appreciate a good woman that can out rifle you, right?
Oh yeah. But here's the killer though. Her dad is a hunter.
Oh yeah.
Right. So bow hunting, guns, right? Like the whole kit and caboodle. And like every winter hunting season comes, and I'm like, man, I don't care if I miss, because like her dad will show up with like deer or bear or moose going, yeah, I got an extra one because my buddy didn't want his tag, so you want it? And I'd be like, sweet, you know. So yeah, I'm still like pulling out moose from last season. So
awesome. Most of my venison comes from my relatives, so I really appreciate all my cousins and my uncles. They all still live back in Norfolk County where I came from. I'm the only one that moved into the big city. Crazy me. tell you. But yeah, I get most of my venison from those guys. They still do. They still go on regular hunts. It's nothing to go down on the farm and see 5 or 6 deer hanging up, getting ready to be all cut up and used. 100% used. We're talking. What's that buzzing?
That was me. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, nothing to see venison down there. They got more than enough meat to share, and they love doing it. I absolutely love venison. Totally support hunters.
Do you like skin and tan the hides too, or?
Yeah, sometimes they'll tan the hides. Sometimes we'll send them off to the tannery. Actually, my niece, yes, my niece's husband. So I guess he'd be my nephew-in-law.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. They just moved into their first house. Congratulations to them. But first thing I see when I walk in the door is 2 huge bucks. You know, one's a 6-pointer and the other's an 8-pointer, and I'm like, "Yep, he's home. He's got his bucks. He'd been looking for a long time to buy a house and saving up these prize bucks of his, the heads, and he's got them up on his wall. So he's super proud of that. He sent those off to the taxidermist to get them done. I actually got speaking of taxidermists, I got a great guy in here supports me a lot. Passion for hunting and fishing. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just thinking him when you were talking about that. Great channel, great guy.
Great channel, great guy. I support that lifestyle because here's why. I'll tell you why. I may not participate in it a lot, but I do support it because of one thing we call Ducks Unlimited up here. Steph, what do you know about Ducks Unlimited?
Nothing.
Let's tell you what Ducks Unlimited is. Ducks Unlimited is a conservation group that gets together with hunters, funding them. Like literally, duck hunters are giving them money for wildlife preservation and the controlled hunt of ducks. Okay, there's been more wetlands recovered because of Ducks Unlimited, which is a hunting-based group that preserves wildlife, and that's basically what it is. If you're out there hunting, you respect the nature. You respect what's going on. You are a true outdoor enthusiast if you're hunting. Okay, and I don't like people telling me, oh, don't go hunt, you're killing it, blah, blah. You know what? You're respecting it. You know that you're not going out there to shoot it for a trophy. You're gonna eat the meat. You're gonna use the tanning. You're gonna use as much as you can. Not watch something go to waste. Most hunters that I've talked to, anyways, that's my experience. So
yeah, it's a great point. I mean, why would the hunters? I mean, they want to keep hunting, right? Why would they not want to conserve the wildlife? You know.
Yeah, exactly. I'd love to hear what Glenn and Maureen have to say about that if they're still in the chat room. I know he's been putting in his 2 cents about the camping, and he's agreed with us. Man, we Canadian, we must all think alike, eh?
Sounds good. Let's go get Timmy's, go watch a game, and then go hunting.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a Tuesday, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, right on. Fun in Vancouver Island. Hey ho, hey, Wood Pigeon says. Fun in Vancouver Island. He's popped new in the chat. Let's everybody say hello to Fun in Vancouver Island.
Fun in Vancouver Island. Great to see it. Great channel, by the way, if you guys don't know. Over there on the West Coast there, and you know what I mean? Yep.
Well, hey, actually, you know what? I'm not super familiar with Fun on Vancouver Island's content, but I've definitely, because there's only 8 people watching me right now, so obviously, you know what I'm doing. I'm jotting down all the names. I'm checking out their content, and I'm going back and supporting them. So, Fun on Vancouver Island. Next time you're in my chat room, and I'm not on Google Hangouts, I'm definitely giving you a blue wrench. So it's funny, the blue wrenches are not standing out nearly as much as the ones that don't have blue wrenches. And Cabin Life with Glenn Marine, pop in at 6:05 tomorrow, buddy, and you'll get a blue wrench too, so you can not stand out in my chat, which means you stand out in my chat.
Yeah, I've seen some of Fun on Vancouver Island's stuff. They do like bushcraft, fishing, overnight camping. It's some awesome stuff.
Yeah, getting a lot of good tips there, are you?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
There you go, Fun on Vancouver Island. If you got Steph's support, you got mine.
Yes.
Also with some of the footage he has. Have you seen the one where he goes in the seaplane?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, I'm definitely checking him out then. Yeah, definitely. If we could talk about, does he fly?
I don't think he was flying. I think it was a charter flight or something like that. But I remember seeing a quick little vid of him going into water plane, seaplane, and yeah, it taken off. And some of his footage is phenomenal too. So he's got my support as well. So.
Oh, awesome, awesome! I'd love to share some flying stories with them. I just want to mention to Didi, Flora Jungle. No blue wrench means you'd feel more unique. I can happily remove the blue wrench if you want, Flora, but I am absolutely counting on you to help me moderate this stream. You see how much of a technical backwards fool I am. So I need as many moderators to be able to do as much as they can to help me. But so please don't ask to get rid of the blue wrench once I give it to you, because it's basically me begging you to help.
Once those trolls come out, man, they're full force.
Sorry, missed that.
Once those trolls come out, they cause some trouble, man. It's great to have like good moderators.
Glenn and Marine had a little bit of trouble. I was in there that night that Robin was just whacking them out of there left and right and center, man. I think we came up with the whole phrase, 3 wrenches equal a hammer and all that kind of stuff, man. It was it was pretty bad. You're right. And I don't want to see that happen to anybody, especially great guys like Glenn and Marine. Jeez Louise, come on. Back off, will you?
And a couple more great Canadians too. Glenn has great music too. I don't know if, well, you guys probably know, but the other ones that are watching, it's a great vibe. And I kind of laugh because Joe walked in and goes, "Oh, what are you listening to? I like that." I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "It has that coffee house vibe from downtown." I'm like, "It does." Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, I absolutely. I was fortunate. I don't know what kind of contest it was, but I actually won. I won a download from them, and I chose their Loons of Algonquin album.
That's a great one.
I should go back and get a whole bunch more because he's awesome. I love listening to that one. He's definitely a sound man. And when I first started listening to Glenn and Marine, I was a huge headphone fan like you're using right now, Stef. Well, obviously, because I'm in a small apartment, I didn't want to disturb Christina and her TV watching because I was watching YouTube. So I used the headphones and just kind of followed along quietly in the chat. So using headphones with Glenn's is it really enhances the experience. It really does, because he plays with the audio back and forth. You almost feel like you're in the woods. It's so much.
Yeah.
I highly recommend that with Glenn's music. So there you go, buddy. There's a plug for you at Cabin Life Outdoors.
Yeah, he's actually making me want to get into the whole nature, because he does like the nature recording as well. So there'll be like, in the middle of the stream, you hear like a bear kind of sniffing at your ear. It's crazy. It's unreal. And it really does immerse you in the video, right? So I want to do that.
Flute playing too. Like he was on a couple nights ago. He literally knows what he's, like seriously. Like
oh, you're good at that.
He's all over the place.
I could barely make a sound. Nope.
So, yeah, you can tell we're Canadians. I think that's like a Canadian requirement. You got to be able to do at least a little
bit of a room call, right?
Yeah. So. Oh man,
that flute is awesome. I want one of those things.
Yeah, I know. He does a great job. I've tried to pick up a wind instrument, but the best I can do is toot something out on a harmonica and strum about 3 chords on a guitar. So I'm done. I'm not beyond the stage of learning too. So what he's acquired, the skills he's acquired, amazing. Good on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great channel. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, who else? Did we miss anybody? We got Fun in Vancouver Island. Thanks for catching that one, Stef. Jefferson Einstein still in the house. We still have 7 people watching. We're dropping off. How much gas you got in the tank there, Woodpigeon?
Hey, as long as you guys want to stay on, I got till Jill shows up. So
I want to talk real quick.
Let's call it when Jill shows up. All right, that's what we'll do, guys. Out there in the chat room, we're gonna call it when Jill shows up. Are we good? It's going on what? It's going on 9:10. I do it live at 6:05, so I obviously am an early bird and an early to bed, early riser. So I'm gonna hang out as long as you guys want. I'm gonna keep this open. I'm having a heck of a lot of fun, and I think you guys are too, from what I can tell.
Yes.
And the chat room keeps going. So hey, whatever. We're holding steady at 7. So what the heck? We're entertaining at 7. Let's grow from here, guys.
Yeah,
So
I want to talk real quick about wood pigeons. I was talking with him on Twitter about the he makes gear. He makes those the satchels and all that.
like haversacks and possible pouches, Sammy pouches.
Did you make the possible pouch for Clint Moore?
Yes, I did.
I knew it. I remember that one. Yes, that was awesome. Oh, brought a tear to my eye, boys. Brought a tear to my eye. I tell you. Clint Moore is awesome. Yeah, just we haven't mentioned him at all, and I'm surprised he didn't drop by. Man, seriously, Clint Moore. He was when he started doing those shout outs for channels. I think I had that moment when you hit over 100. I was sitting at right around 90, and he did a shout out for me, and I went up to 125 in that live stream. In his live stream, I was his first channel shout out.
One of the liners right there.
Oh, nice. Good on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, Clint deserves as much support as you can give him because he was there for me for my first 100. I love that.
So, there was Clint Moore. I made some too. The Bushcrafter channel, Tony Robinson. If you don't know him, check him out. I made him a leather one. Right, and that's where it all. I was trying to find a design to work with, right? Because basically what I'm doing is opening up my own gear line online.
Oh,
right?
Nice.
And this was basically about a year and a half to 2 years of me thinking of stuff and how to go about doing it because no, I don't want to knock them, right? So don't get me wrong, but the only guy that I've usually seen is Malcolm Coder, the Hidden Woodsman, right? And a lot of his, but the thing is, every time I go look at his gear, I can't afford it. One, it's in American dollars, so you pay $60 American. That's how much Canadian, if you know the conversion rate, right?
It's 90.
It's close to 75 or $80, something like that. I don't have $80 to fork out for a basic pack, right? If I'm going to spend that, I'm going to go to one of the big stores.
Something a little bit more versatile for yourself. And quick, while I cut you off there, I just want to say goodnight to Dee. Thanks for coming by, Flora.
Bye,
Dee. Good night, Dee. Thanks for catching that, Steph. Okay, so you're back to finding something affordable, more versatile. Go ahead, Wood Pigeon.
Yeah, so I figured why am I busting my balls trying to find don't get me wrong, he has great gear and he's a great guy. He's been at it for as long as he's been doing it, and he's obviously got quality gear because he's from scratch build a business, and now he has Joe Robinette and I think Mitch Mitchell for a while was helping him out, and he grew, and now he's hired people and he still makes great gear. And I'm okay, I want to be able to make my own gear. I started making my own gear, then I started making gear for other friends and people around me, going, okay, here's something for you too. And then I figured, well, I could jump in on this and open my own line of gear. And I started doing customized work for other friends. So they're I want to pack with whatever, right? I could do that. It'll take me a bit. And because most packs are just a basic bucket pack, and then you just add pockets and stuff. some of the more technical stuff, like we were talking with Stef there the other night, some more technical stuff, I'm going, okay, I could probably do it, but I don't know if my machine would be able to handle it, or you know, it's just I got to figure it out and see how it goes. So, but yeah, I'm working on the website now.
And now that you're talking about that, I literally now I totally remember where I've seen you and why I subscribed to you, man. That's the kind of stuff that's really cool. Figuring it out, love it.
And yeah, so I've been working on my website for the last 2 weeks. I've made gear and sent it out to so people could review, like actual outdoors people, so they could actually, you know, use and abuse it. So I know how tough and sturdy it is, and go from there. You know, so.
Oh, good on you. Support you 100%.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. And we'll keep talking about that whole situation. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. No,
I would love, you know, a Canadian-made, nice little quality pouch.
Yep, exactly.
And it looks like you're doing it. So
you're doing it, and he's got the skills to do it. And I you know what, I respect those people, especially Lacey. Lacey down there at Serving from My Home. She's making all her own stuff too. There's a lot of great people out there that have those skills, and they're sharing them with us on YouTube. Appreciate that. Happy Trails Hiking, you came back in. Awesome.
yes.
Steph, you are right on the ball with the chat. I swear to God. Seriously, you've already got one typed in. But I love saying it right to their face. Happy Trails Hiking. Thanks for coming back into the stream. Yeah, we're still talking. I've invited a couple of Canadians. We're just hanging out. So welcome back, buddy.
So laughing about those Leafs though from earlier, right? Saying that you're Leaf fans and stuff now, but back in the day, because I was booted out of the chat when that was going on. Back in the day, I remember going to Timmy's. This is like a true like hardcore Canadian story for you. Right? The only thing that's missing is the polar bear and the moose. I remember going to Timmy's, and I had a old 86 Ranger.
Yep.
And it was during, I think, the playoffs. It was one of the last times Leafs were in the playoffs, so that gives you an idea of how far back this was. So, and I used to carry one of those little portable TVs that you plug into a cigarette lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right. I used to carry one of those in the truck so I could watch the hockey games.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
There's a true fan right there, bud.
Yeah.
And I went over to Timmy's, and I was waiting for my buddy to finish his shift at Timmy's. So I had the TV on the dashboard in Timmy's parking lot while having my coffee. And then
lo and behold, you drew a crowd, didn't you?
Yeah. So I'm sitting there doing this where I'm watching another buddy shows up, pops in the truck. Everybody's like trying to snug around the two side windows of the truck and then the bed of the truck looking in at this game. I'm like, well, hold on, let me get out. So I pulled the TV, put it onto the hood of my truck, and there was about 20 of us.
Next thing you know, you got a tailgate party.
Pretty much. No, a cop showed up.
Oh, boy.
OPP showed up. Right? Goes, hey, no gangs, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, you guys gotta move, right? And then he all of a sudden sees the glow of the TV and goes, what's that? And I'm like, that's the Leaf game. He stood there with us for about 20 minutes watching the game. So we're all sitting there cheering, and the owner, like, it was to the point where they called the owner because they didn't know what was going on. Owner shows up and like gave us all free coffee.
Nice.
Like, so there was like 20 free doubles handed out. They were smalls, but nonetheless, they were still.
Coffee. Well, he felt bad for you because you were Leafs fans. That's why.
Who were they playing? I think they were playing Ottawa at the time. So yeah, probably. Oh man.
That's funny.
That's a pretty cool story, which is awesome. Man, I can't believe the awesome. I'm just awed, guys, by the awesome creators that actually came into the room and hung out with us. You know, Happy Trails. and Cabin Life, and all those awesome ones that I respect. I just want to give a shout out to them guys. I'm honored, guys. I'm honored. A, for having Stef collaborate with me. B, for having Wood Pigeon join in the fun on my channel. You guys are, you touch me. Seriously, it's an honor to have everybody here tonight. I'm having so much fun. I had a lot of fun, and I was super anxious. I literally was. I was so mad at myself for being late this morning. Or for the chat today. I was like, oh, I want to have a nice little preparation talk with Stef. You know, I want to get to know him, you know, a little bit more off camera, see what's going on. And I got to tell you, it turned out better than I expected. Literally, this has been a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun.
Likewise,
yeah, for sure.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no worries. We'll have to do this more often, guys. We'll have to make this a regular Thursday thing. Good gosh, this is too much fun.
Got to do it just a big Canadian panel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let's not do it Thursday because I got to promise that I'm doing Throwback Thursday, so we're going to talk about old stories. But we got to do a Canadian Tuesday or something like that, eh?
Hey, we got to compete against Saturday night in Canada there.
Yeah. Hey, we'd give them a run for their money, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
for sure. I could wear the creepy plaid stuff and pop my collar up and gotta get them good old boys with a big heart and a big bag of knuckles, right?
We'd be ripping off Bob and Doug McKenzie for sure.
There you go.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, we definitely got to do something like that, guys. I'm totally down with it. If you guys are. Is there anything important that I missed in the chat, Stef? I know you've been doing a fantastic job of watching the stuff and watching the chat. Anything I missed important, just shout that out for me. Other than that, you guys are doing a great job. Great job of letting me pop in and out and do what I have to do, keeping the chat going. Man, we got a lot of gas in our tank, boys. It's going.
Well, I'm on my fifth cup of coffee, so
That'll help.
More like 10,
for
but
sure.
So
yeah, I think we should do this more often.
Wood Pigeon loves live streams. Now, why is she saying that, Wood Pigeon? What's going on there? You go live a lot, do you, bud?
The thing is, I tend to talk a lot during the live streams, right? Because for me, I don't like dead time. So when I go on live, I tend to be very animated, talk a lot, keep going, and I'll jump 5 topics within 5 minutes. So this is a very calm down, relaxed version of live streaming for me.
Yeah, are you chilling?
Yeah, right now
you're chilling with Millen, my friend. You're chilling with Millen.
But yeah, for example, a lot of times I'll be like this. I'll be standing up. I'll be talking. I'll be going. A lot of hand action, whatever. That's because my family is very French, so I tend to do that a lot. And then I keep going from there. And then I'll turn around and then do this and keep just everything going like that. So, so yeah, that's my.
You know what? I think Steph was there the last time. I had my 20,000 steps in. I couldn't stay in the center of the frame to save my life. I was all over the place. I was running around chasing the cats, cleaning up the apartment, still doing a live chat. That would be you and me both, buddy. But I'm beat. I outran a bus today. I don't know if you heard that story, Wood Pigeon. I'd love to tell it again.
For sure.
I was running today. I literally was running. I was doing those live for fives. Go back into my channel. I did 5-minute live streams. Is basically what I did all day today, starting at about 9 o'clock. So what I would do is I take the bus to work and I take the bus home. So what I'd do is I'd stop, knowing that I had 20 minutes before the next bus picks me up. So I got to work early, done 2 live streams. Did 2 more on my lunch break, 1 on my break. So these live for 5 live streams were taking a lot of energy out of me, So I'm like, but I'm trying to get hyped up for tonight and trying to lead into, getting Stef as much exposure as I can in a way that I know how. And I get on the bus, and I'm literally telling Stef, I'm going to be there at 6:45. We're going to do a live chat together offline. We're going to, work out a few details about what we're going to do. And then the dang bus breakdown. I'm like, oh my God. I was literally cutting it close, using the schedule, getting off and on as it was. And the bus breaks down. I jumped. I was sitting in the back of the bus. And I run up to the bus driver and I was like, dude, how long do you think it'd be for the next bus gets here? He goes, about 20 minutes. It'll be all right. No problem. Here's another transfer. I'm like, you don't understand. I need to be home, and it's right there. I got to get home right now. I'm going live in 5 minutes. He goes, you know what? Where do you live? And I said, I live at 60 Absolute. You can see my towers right here. And the 19 bus literally does a little, it goes down 19, and then it goes out to the square one, and then it parks at square one for 5 minutes, and then it comes back out, and then it goes back out to Ontario, and then it goes down, and boom, I'm home. So he broke down at just the point where, he does that little loop and then comes back. So this is where the bus broke down, and this is where I live. And I knew that if I waited another 10 minits here, I'd have to wait another 10 minutes for the bus to go this way and that way and get me back home. So I said, screw it. And I jumped off the bus and ran all the way home. And that was about 2.5 kilometers.
Nice.
So I was singing to myself. I don't know if this is going to make any sense to you guys, and it'd probably date me, but I was literally singing to myself, Michael versus the machine, trying to beat the bus and get home in time to start a live chat with Stef. And that's my little bus story again.
That is dedication right there. I love it.
It sounds like OC Transpo.
What's that?
Sounds like OC Transpo here, because you'll say like 5 minutes and then 20 minutes go by and no bus showed up.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know what? I am not knocking my way. I actually think my way's better, way better than the TTC. They do have a lot of regular schedules, but doesn't it always happen? Like I can be early for things I don't even need to be to, all that kind of stuff. I can, I'm on a regular schedule. I go back and forth to work. I'm barely ever late, and I'm always home at the same time, which is why, I told Stef I'd definitely be there by court. Like, it's one of those things. But dang it, on the day that you needed to work, it's like one of them cops. You know what I mean? They're never a cop around when you need one.
Oh, man. Yeah, they're all too busy at Timmy's, eh?
Yes.
I'm surprised you guys have so much energy. Like Jeff's saying in the chat, work definitely takes its toll, And personally, I'm always just dead when I get home, so it's good that you guys are energizing me right now.
Well, that's just the thing, though, Steph. I'm dead when I come home too. I needed this boost today. I appreciated it because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was just like, oh man, I should be working on my thumbnails for one. I really need to clean up those thumbnails. They're a mess. Personally, that's my personal opinion. But I don't feel like doing any creating. I don't feel like doing anything. I'm so bogged out from the day. But what am I going to do? I'm not going to quit my job and go full-time YouTube. That would be great. In my opinion, it would. I couldn't do it. I would actually, the people that do this full-time, wow.
Give them credit.
It's the epitome of the people who are working 80 hours a week to avoid a 40-hour-a-week job.
So in your guys' opinions, right? Like being a YouTuber doing what we're doing, what's the hardest thing for you guys? Is it like the thumbnails? Is it the networking? Is it like what's the hardest for you guys?
You nailed it with the second one for me, Wood Pigeon. It's the networking. I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to Twitter. I'm new to Instagram. I'm new to Twitch. I'm new to all these platforms that you're supposed to be using to tweet yourself out and put yourself out there and, gather more people to your channel. I'm totally brand new to all of it. I'm literally fumbling my fingers through it all. Stef's a wizard, obviously, so that's not a problem for him, I don't think. But I'm fumbling through all this social platform. I'm at that age, where I could have gone either way and been a huge, follower of it, but I wasn't. So it's the getting it out there. I don't mind the videoing part and the thumbnailing part and all that kind of stuff. I love being the creator of the videos. I actually I have footage of me playing with an 8mm when I was a kid, and I took photography in college. So none of that is a big huge worry for me. It's the social platform.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, for me as well. I mean, especially being an outdoors channel, I'm supposed to be outside in the woods, in the bush, and doing all this stuff in nature, and then to put it on YouTube, you're kind of going the complete opposite way. You got to sit down and edit for hours and figure out, music and all this, and then you got to advertise it. So you have to be, on Twitter, you got to be on Instagram and all this sort of stuff. And I've never really been into all that sort of stuff, like just on my phone all the time. So getting into the YouTube, it was definitely a big change, having to, like promote my content and try to connect with people. And especially watching other people's videos it's tough to keep up with it all, right?
Well, you mean the quality of the videos that are being put out there? Yeah, it is tough, but that's the challenge that I love. That is absolutely what I love. Is that challenge? That's 100% reason why I do it. The challenge that I hate is the social platform. I literally I get the whole idea of why I'm doing it, because I'm doing something that I love creating, and any creator loves to share. But I just have to mention too, happy trails. What's going on with the chat with her, Stef? 80 hours a week.
80 hours a week.
Like, seriously? Wow, way to go, Kay. You're the powerhouse that puts powerhouses to shame, my friend.
Mm-hmm. And it, like I said, it definitely shows in the videos. It comes across.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It only gets better and better.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, guys, what is going on?
Peter Deli in the house. How's it going?
Hey, Peter Deli, what are you doing up so late, my friend? Does anybody know Peter Deli?
I do not know Peter Deli. I would like to know Peter Deli.
Oh gosh, you got to get to know Peter Deli. Peter Deli is awesome. He's been in. Actually, you know what? I think he was there for my very, very, very first live stream where I literally was staring at a blank screen. He is an awesome supporter, and he creates great videos of birds. Okay, I'm definitely a bird enthusiast, and Peter Deli does some amazing stuff. He's over in the Peter Deli. I know his birthday because I read his horoscope every morning. He's over in Australia, and it's 12:32 p.m. for Peter Deli over there. Great. I'm glad you popped into my live at night, guys. He's one of my morning early bird audience guys, and he's a great supporter. Absolutely. If you don't know Peter Deli, get to know him. He's awesome. Yeah. Well, so Peter, since you're here for just joining us, got 3 Canadians in the house right now. We got Wood Pigeon outdoors. Yeah. We got Stef outside. And got myself. We're just a bunch of Canadians sitting around talking about I don't know, Crownland camping, old stories about Tim Hortons, a whole bunch of stuff. We're just having a lot of fun, buddy. So welcome to the chat room, Peter Deli. Anybody who doesn't know Peter Deli, go over there, support him. He's an awesome guy. He's a great supporter of channels as well. Leaves a lot of great comments on my videos, and I aspire to be as good of a photographer or filmmaker as him.
We got another Canadian on the live right now, a furry one.
Yeah. No, she was looking for
Canada and ice hockey against USA. Awesome, eh?
Yeah, Glenn's saying everything's easy except for filming, editing, uploading, thumbnailing, descriptions, keywords. There you go. You got it, man.
We got the drinking coffee down low, eh?
Yeah.
No, I think the hardest for me is doing the descriptions and tags, just due to the fact that, you've already edited, you've done all the everything else, and then you just like, finally, it's up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then they're like, oh, why am I not getting the views? Oh, I forgot my tags. I forgot the description. I forgot the blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? They got to go in and,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, that's me.
Yeah, no worries, I love it. Wakes me up.
Well, and here's the thing, like we were talking about equipment and stuff for YouTubing.
Yep.
And a lot of people getting like the big fancy DSLRs, and I do everything on my cell phone.
Yep. I'm
Right.
doing a lot more of my content, especially my lives, on the cell phone. But I don't have fancy equipment to do this live stream right now. I'm working off a Logitech 720, little $20 freaking camera, and plugged into my laptop. But all those Live for Fives, Samsung S9 all the way. I do personally have a DSLR because I was taking pictures way before YouTube. I didn't purchase a DSLR for YouTube, and I find it quite cumbersome, as a matter of fact. I find, the fact that it's not Wi-Fi and I can't upload the pictures directly. It's more of a camera. You know what I mean?
See, also with that is you go camping and doing the outdoor stuff, and you're holding like an $800 camera or whatever it is that you paid for, plus the lenses and everything. Exactly, you're holding it out like this. And I don't know if you know, but in one of my videos, I was hiking with Jill, and we were going down an icy path off a mountain, and to the one side is like going up, and the other side was going down. And I looked at a squirrel jumping from tree to tree that was next to us, and I slipped and wiped out, and I was holding the cell phone at the time. If I would have had the camera, that camera would have been like smashed.
Yeah.
So
like I've smashed a couple DSLRs in my time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I took photography in college, so I grew up. I cut my teeth on a DSLR. I think I got my first one when I was like 18. So a DSLR to me is an extension of my hand and my eyes and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going on about. I'm not going on about
digital back then, or did you still use film?
I used 35 millimeter film.
Yeah. So because I used to have a Pentax K1000.
Yeah, those are the workhorse. That was actually my second camera.
Yeah, and I remember they were having a marathon in Ottawa, and I was just basically taking pictures, and I saw a bunch of people started running. I'm like, what's going on? I got the camera ready, and then I realized, oh, it's a marathon. So I saw this one runner that like had the full tracksuit, and I like, being a country bumpkin, I never seen the full tracksuit in person and everything, right? So I took the picture, grabbed my camera gear, ran up the road with all the gear, right? Passing all the runners, stopping, taking the picture of the guy running by again, grabbing my gear and running up and doing the same thing. And she is home.
Hey.
What's this crazy Canadian doing? Outrunning the marathon guys and taking pictures. I can see it. I can literally see it because I'd probably do the same damn thing. Oh, that was too funny. And perfect timing. All right, guys. Gas in the tank. I don't care. Gil's home, or she's home, and I called it. Guys, I'm gonna have to call this a night. I gotta get up at 6:05. I haven't, and I literally, what happened? I literally walked in the door from work and sat my ass in front of YouTube. So I haven't done anything. I haven't even unpacked my lunch bag or my knapsack yet, guys. So I'm gonna need a little bit of lifetime here. I gotta call it. Peter Deli, thanks for coming by at the last minute. I want to read your chat. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Step outside, yes. Second world. Oh, nice. Jesus, Steph, you're keeping up to the chat. That's awesome. You're one of the best guests I've had on, except for Wood Pigeon. He's been pretty cool too. Oh yeah, can't forget Budget Bushcraft. It's a lot of fun. And so yes, guys, I'm running out of gas. I gotta get going. Say hi to your wife there, Wood Pigeon, for me, and say goodnight to everybody in the chat room.
She's saying
loved
hi.
hanging
She's
out with you
tired.
guys. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's a lot of
Thank you
fun.
very much. So next time we'll get some Timmies and we'll do this for real.
It sounds like a plan, my friend. Sounds like a plan. All right, so I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna let you guys say goodbye, and then I'll close it down with my words. All right.
Awesome.
So what do? Uninvite you? That sounds rude.
Ooh.
There we go. I'll see if I
All right,
can
thanks
do
for coming
this.
by, guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Awesome.
having
Have
us.
a good night.
We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers. Ah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's click a few
And
buttons.
I'm gone.
All right, guys. So that was my first interview episode. Chilling with Millen with Wood Pigeon and Stef outside. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys go over there, subscribe to them, push on that like buttons for all their content. Do some content. You know, what I want to say is just be a supporter to these guys. They're totally worth it. Totally awesome creators. Get in there, watch this, and of course, you know, I gotta say, where will you chill next? Thanks for stopping by, guys. And